Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip-hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, a.k.a. Melvo.
It's your boy GDP.
And your boy Gray.
And we are back, second week in a row in the studio. Last week was crazy because we didn't get out this bitch till 6 o'clock in the morning.
We didn't start till like 2?
Nigga, till you showed up.
1, 2.
But what you guys been up to, man? How was y'all weekend?
My weekend was decent. It's been hot as hell. Been raining at the same time. I wasn't really able to do much.
Yeah,
but you can.
Yeah, same here. This past weekend, I haven't been up to much. Just been chilling, doing some stuff around the house and all that. I got some repairs actually done. The insurance company just cut me one of the checks to get one of the bathrooms issues solved. So I gotta actually basically find out, how do you go about finding the professionals? Just home advisors, home visitors.
That ain't none of the insurance company problem.
Yeah, that's not their problem. They just cut you the check. And I was like, I feel it was a light, but they're like, well, do what you got to do. And if there's more of a quote, tell them to write it up and they'll kick it back. Do it that way.
Yeah, that's how you could scam them, by telling the person you got doing the work to give you a super high bill and send them that bill.
Yeah, and then because they're sending it to
and
me.
They send them more check and you just keep the.
Well, I mean, they're way off from what they sent me anyways. That guy came in. That's how the people already play this smart, because they're like, we're gonna send you a super high bill regardless. So, yeah, for what they sent me, they sent me a third of what I was estimated. So we're gonna see how everything's done.
That's it. Y'all niggas didn't do nothing this weekend at all.
No, this weekend it's been pretty chill. My like I tell you, my sleep schedule's been all jacked up, staying up late at night. Crashing midday, shit like that.
You showed up to the podcast a little earlier. You get home a little earlier and sleep a little earlier.
Like ever since I've been on that same schedule since last week. So that's why even last week when I left the pod at like 6 when I got home, I didn't go straight to sleep after that. I was up for a little bit. I probably ended up crashing like around 10. And we were up for the whole night. You know what I'm saying? So the whole schedule keeps fucking up, though.
Yeah, man. This weekend was chill for me too, man. I didn't do nothing. The rain fucked everything up, man. Ever since like last Wednesday, rain just been fucking everything up. And it's hot. So I don't think I did much this fucking weekend. It's been an uneventful week for me. Other than I had a job interview this week. First time doing one of these Zoom interviews. I pull up in the Zoom. I'm fresh. Suit on, tie clip, all that shit. Watch, not the Apple Watch, the regular watch, the one you got to put a battery in. Yeah. I pull up because they told me dress business professional. I pull up. This lady just got on a regular blouse in her living room.
She chilling with that.
She chilling.
She already got the job. What you offer me?
I was like, at least show up business professional like y'all told me to show up. So that was cool. Interview went well and all that. I'll probably get it.
Were you applying for somewhere down here or back in New York?
It's here, but it's
remote.
It's an IT, so it's all remote now.
Okay.
If I get that, I get that. We'll see.
All right, that's dope.
All right, what y'all want to jump into these absurdities? Kick it off right?
What do we have this week? I guess we can start on our first one. Like we said, feds pick up Pooh Shiesty and indict him on a robbery charge. Basically, like this is like breaking news. Basically, he's still trending. There's a video. I guess he went to go meet up with a couple of robbers. I don't know if they're robbers or a couple of jewelry salesmen. Either someone heist or took his shit one way or the other. He went up there trying to confront them, act like he was buying, didn't know any better. They didn't realize that it originally came from him, so they're probably like some middlemen, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he realizes his stuff and like up that fire on him, sends a warning shot, shoots somebody in the ass, the crowd scatters, And,
So how do you even do that? Like, how do you even react to going to purchase something? Why are you? What was he going to purchase?
I'm guessing he's missing some jewelry. Mm-hmm. He hear in the street some young boys got it. So tell them young boys come through and go. I'll link up on what I buy from him. But he already knows which pieces are his, is that, and the third. Mm-hmm. He pulled himself an OJ. Remember when OJ did that? You can get in trouble, come back and take over
OJ went
shit.
to an establishment. He didn't tell them to meet me somewhere. OJ went to an establishment.
He met them somewhere, and then when he sees his stuff, he's like, hey, this is my shit. And he breaks out the fire, and I guess sends off a warning shot, shoots somebody in the ass, and everyone's scattered.
Was the warning shot necessary, though, do you think?
I think the gun would have did the trick.
That's
and
what
then
I'm
you
thinking. Because if you stole some jewelry or got some stolen jewelry and you go sell it, and the nigga pulls up and looking through the jewelry and tells you this my jewelry, you usually don't go into I'm about to fight this nigga. You usually go into shit, we done fucked up. But I don't know if the
thing is,
the presence of the gun is alone should be enough. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't riding by himself.
Yeah. The thing is the fact that he didn't have to be there himself, but it's the fact that, let's say things did go sideways. Because he had plans on, let me get back my shit, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why you brought your gun, because he wasn't buying street jewelry. He planned on, I'm about to teach these niggas lessons, I'm about to get back my shit. But when you plan on going to get back your shit, right? You plan on just maybe freezing these niggas up, taking my stuff. So the shot in itself is an issue. He came with real cash, and that's what happened when he fled the scene. All them boys scattered, and you see him running, getting back in his car, doors wide open, convertible. He's a McLaren. He comes in with a big boy rich car to begin with. That's kind of wild. So shit did turn sideways. You're sticking out like a sore thumb. Ain't nobody how much people have that type of car. And then in the midst of running, they forget the bag on the floor. He leaves a Louis Vuitton bag with $40,000 cash in it. So he took even more of a loss. I thought he even got the jewelry. Imagine he got the jewelry back and left the money.
Yeah, bro. That's like you paid for it twice anyway. So
he goes, Your Honor, it was a completed transaction. I left them the bread. I just took that. The gun went off accidental discharge. That's all. Hey, that could be a defense.
It could be.
Accidental discharge. I left them the money. As you can hear, like, oh, shit, I didn't mean that. They already ran. They're like, hey, man, the money right here. I'm gone. That could be a stake. Of course, he's going to have to pay them to not testify in court. He might be able to beat this.
Which is not a problem.
Yeah,
Who caught the police, though?
It was surveillance footage and all that shit. Yeah, he might be able to beat this. You pay them all not to testify.
Well, depending if there's actual footage of the whole transaction, then you're gonna be able to see that it wasn't.
It's not. You can't see from when he's up in the fire though. You just see like when they leave and he's kind of going back in the car. So it's kind of maybe it's gonna cost some more regardless because you're gonna have to pay them not to show up in court. You know they're gonna crack you over the head. And you say an accidental discharge. He's already on a gun charge back in Florida. He's practically almost got that charge beat. Remember the bouncer he shot said it wasn't him after all when he got so what's the
so it wasn't him who shot the bouncer?
You know how it goes. Like you shoot the nigga, you go and cut the nigga a check, and now he goes to court. Well, I can't really say it was him that shot me. Yeah, and that's how it goes. So people are willing. People you shoot are willing to not testify against you.
Even that was a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, but it happens all the time. That was back in the days. Death Row used to do shit like that.
No, I'm saying for him to get off that's a big one. Yeah, that's 20 years flat.
Niggas don't honor their blessings.
Yeah.
Niggas don't care about their blessing. God send you a blessing. Niggas like, whatever.
Whatever, I got it. It's part of the game.
Exactly. So, hey.
So, what happened is back in the days, the rapper didn't used to go down. Someone in the team take the charge, and then we pay and make everything go away that way.
It's just the thing. Nowadays, these new niggas are retarded. They like to be in the mix too much.
Nowadays, it keeps being the fucking rapper being the one doing all the bullshit going down. You know
and they usually do it on video. Mm-hmm. When they know they're being watched, they still want to be the guy to do it. Like, these new niggas are retarded, bro. What can you say? Blame it. Just chalk it up to retard. What's the word? Retardation.
That's actually
it's a slur now, bro.
It's a slur now. Yeah.
It's what's the proper PC way to say retarded?
Mentally disabled.
It's not. I don't know. I think there's it's another one. It's like sudden deficiency.
mental deficiency or some bullshit like that you have to use instead of using retarded. But that's absurd. We gonna use retarded.
We don't want to be retarded, basically. You say, right?
Exactly. Until we get canceled.
Retard.
What else do we? What else do we have? They had the BET Awards this past week.
Bro, I missed the whole damn BET Awards. So
I knew it was on, but I wasn't really in any rush to go watch it.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't even know it was on, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't really checking for BT or putting on the BT channel.
That's how much like the BET Award really.
No, nigga, that's how much wash we is, nigga. That's what it is. We just washed.
It's not. It wasn't watched because you guys were watching the game and it was still trending. I just thought everybody would rather catch the game. I was online. I was on the phone with when we were expecting it. But it was on and it's still trending. I was like, oh, BT Awards is on. Ain't nobody watching
what
this
night
shit.
was it?
It was 2 nights ago.
Yesterday or Sunday?
Yeah, if not Sunday. It was either, because there was a game on. There was no game yesterday, right?
No.
Yeah,
there was a Clippers game on yesterday.
And was it the Clippers? Yeah, maybe it was just, yeah.
Or was it Saturday?
I would like to say it was Saturday.
It feels Saturday. There was too much going on Saturday.
Yeah, either way we were on the phone.
You had the verses. You had the fights.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And you had the Godfather broadcasting.
Come on, man. See, it's just
bro. BT picked the back week.
BT's washed.
BT picked the back week.
They gotta push it back.
Yeah, they gotta push it back. Who's gonna watch BT instead of watching these fights and the Godfather broadcasting live?
Hitting 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, bro.
So, of course, and then your boy Lil Nas X performs. And, of course, he does. He pulls out his greatest hits. A gay nigga doing gay things and sets black people rage. Mm-hmm. Again, he does like a Michael Jackson tribute. That Michael Jackson had that Remember the Time. He had the dope ass video with it.
Right.
Except on his, it's all men. Michael had girls, I believe, and then he ends up French kissing the guy at the end. And people are like, this nigga fine. But how much time are black people gonna get triggered off of shit that we know? As a gay guy doing gay things, how much times we gonna get triggered?
Yeah, but off the Michael Jackson.
But it's just his version of it. Here's the thing is, it's the fact that
you don't have to gayify everything, bro.
You don't, but y'all can't let this guy keep getting y'all every time. He got y'all a couple months ago with the Satan shoes. Every time he gonna come out, he gonna get you. He talking about all 2021 we emasculating niggas, because that's the people they're saying. Oh, that's what they're doing. They're trying to emasculate,
threatening, bro.
But they're saying, oh, he's there to emasculate the black man. So he leans into everything that you accuse him of. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I like how much time y'all gonna keep falling for this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this dude actually got talent. He can make music, but he knows what's gonna keep him bubbling over the top. It's hard to top that number one with his first big record being his biggest record of all time.
Was that the most controversial thing at the BET Awards?
Yeah, you're not topping that. I think it was French kissing a dude shirtless. A couple of dudes were damn their clothes off. It was, some people were like, oh, what the fuck? If you go online, people talk, what BT got going on today? Bro, it got so bad a gay guy came on there online today. He was going off. He like, I gotta
hit that. Even that was too much for him.
Oh yeah, the gay guy. Listen, the gay guy. Let me see if I can find it. Gay guy went off talking about. He's like, why y'all punks got all gay find some shit, man? I understand you like. Can y'all show we do other things?
He did this on BT?
Nah, he came online and he posted it, and Tamar Braxton quoted it. The guy said, "You got to use that time to show people how to put on rubbers, how to talk about safe sex, talk about AIDS, and like if you're gonna do all that, you can show we're more. He's like we're more." There's more to us than this. Why every time you come out, your sexuality's kissing niggas? Why you punks gotta make shit look bad on? I like this. Is what happens when niggas push the envelope. I was like, there's some people that like when they say that like, see, we told you, they're trying to make people gay. I was like, nah, this ain't got to do with the gay agenda. This is a pop star leaning into his personal agenda. Because gay folks, when they got their agenda, just like everyone else do, they're gonna do it subtle. So they don't get rejected. You know what I'm saying? They're going to slip in a gay dad here. Might slip in a gay character there. So it grows on you slowly but surely. They're not going to go in full lean in, kissing right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? They know better than that. That's going to get a major backlash. So you roll it out slowly. What he's doing is fuck this. Now we about to pound town right here on
right on Mustang.
right on live cable television because he likes the blowback and the.
But I'm pretty sure there's rehearsals and stuff like that, and all them performances got to get approved by the BET staff. So BET knew what was going on.
You can slip in a kiss at the end without the thing, without them knowing. I'm saying
Yeah,
one kiss.
but I'm pretty sure all the other gay stuff they approved.
And yeah, because Meg Thee Stallion and what's the name kissed also.
Who?
Meg Thee Stallion and from the City Girls,
JT?
JT or what? I can't remember.
Young
Miami, I believe. Yeah, they French kissed
the
on
light
there.
skin or the dark one?
I didn't see the footage. I think it might be Young Miami. They French kissed on their little set, and people, and I don't see niggas going out there, oh y'all changing shit up, but you know,
Hey,
it's a double standard.
Double standard, baby.
You heard it, does a double standard.
Two girls kissing is attractive. Imagine two muscular men kissing, bro. You just automatically discuss it, even if you're not homophobic.
Listen,
like this,
some guys. What else was there? On the BET Awards, you had.
I heard. What's the name? Won Best Rapper of the Year, Lil Baby.
Of course, as he should. Tyler, the Creator, had a fucking phenomenal. I don't even listen to his music, but he had like a single that he performed. The stage creation, like he was in a hurricane. That was probably one of the dopest sets layouts I've seen. I think Kendrick had a good one back in the days when he was like in the prison.
Yeah,
but this shit is next level. This shit looked like it was an actual hurricane happening on stage. Going like, oh, this shit's fucking. That shit was fire.
I didn't hear nothing except. I don't even think it was related to BT. Cardi B pregnant that she's pregnant again.
Yeah, I think that was part of BT as well. When she was performing, she came out with a little cutout of her belly, like it was, at the performance you seen. It came out that she was actually pregnant.
I thought it was. I thought she was just like tweeting or Instagramming that.
Nah, that's when it came out. Yeah, this is you see how he's performing. That shit looked like in the building in the background was breaking apart. That was the graphics.
Okay.
It was like an escalator. Like that. So the shit was dope. It was kind of a big weekend. I know as far as even for Tyler the Creator, they got footage of him like 10 years ago when he came on the scene talking about he wanted a Gangsta Grills mixtape for the longest. And I think this album he just did, he ended up bringing in DJ Drama. And I guess the dude kind of hosted it in a sense, or did a couple tracks.
This new album, I heard it's good. I've seen it a lot of places, but I ain't taking a listen to it.
Here's the thing: Tyler the Creator comes out, it's huge, but it'll be everywhere. You can go your whole life without ever hearing him. You know what I'm saying? He's got such a niche following. They're loyal too, man. It's a huge following.
If it's there on your new music, thing, but you for some reason I never want to click it. I'm like, nah. I'll catch it another time. I don't want to click it right now, and I never get to that shit. I have never heard of. I never heard more than 3 tracks on his album from him. So
yeah, and then he had the. I know when he did the album Butterfly Boy, whatever Flower Boy, that one when he was singing. I heard a couple of singles off that. That was pretty decent. But rapping wise, to me, he's kind of like Shaq with a very deep voice. And the subject matter is very Eminem, Slim Shady type. You know, Eminem gets the pass on that one. Guys ain't rapping about nothing. I ain't really paying any mind. But people say he's the truth. And then this go around, he really fucked people's head up because he went and got a track with NBA Youngboy. So you talking about he's over here on the right side completely. He's Beverly Hills, rapping liberal, crazy shit, liberal, and he went to go get him a conservative rap. Yeah,
conservative.
And here's my daughter text me, "Hey, do you know NBA Youngboy? Do you like this?" I like, of course I know who NBA Youngboy is. And now those people that was conservative, now they're kind of getting on the NBA Youngboy side. I was like, I like mine, y'all. Like this NBA Youngboy is the biggest trending artist on YouTube, and y'all just now noticing him when he clicks with Tyler. That's how big Tyler is. He's still getting fans over for that side of the.
So he must have the young kids, super young kids.
If
your kids are texting you,
he definitely he got like 9th graders, and they remember them boys are so good. Like not only records, I remember they got TV shows on Adult Swim, The Lottery Squad. His homeboys got different stuff. Them boys, who's another member of their group?
Taco.
Yeah, Taco. Then they have your dude, the singer, Frank Ocean. Another part of the group.
Frank Ocean's still around.
Yeah, that's Frank Ocean's a beast, man. So.
I know but he kind of fell off once he came out and told everybody he was gay.
No, he got even bigger because he came out.
That, he did, when's the last time you heard?
You know what happened? We gave Lil Nas X credit for coming out as gay. First album when it's Frank Ocean who did.
Frank Ocean is a singer. It's different.
Oh yeah, he's the first rapper.
It's different.
Listen, he came out with China Orange, which was huge, and he came out and said he was gay. And after that, he waited.
Bro.
Plus, he also got beat up by Chris Brown too.
Did they fight? They did fight, right? Yeah. No, what happened is he ended up waiting.
They didn't charge Chris Brown with gay bashing. That's a quick charge. You know they didn't want to see Chris Brown win out here. Exactly. That would have been a quick gay bashing charge.
He waited a couple years and then dropped an album, and then he had that crazy deal with Apple with the label. And the label paid him. I mean, he dropped the label, and then when he fulfilled his contract, and he dropped another album the next day, an exclusive with Apple. And that's when Apple said, "Fuck." That's when the label said, "No more exclusives anymore." When he made him lose all that money because, he's doing that.
I remember that whole Apple thing.
Yeah, he's doing that. Brooks man got a bag.
I remember him being out there like big after the gay announcement.
Yeah, he's still huge. Got a huge file. Let me see, just alone off of how much is he getting per month off of streams, just off of Spotify. You know what I'm saying? He's still getting 15 million streams a month just on Spotify.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's 15 million streams a month. Sheesh. Look at my dog, the rouge eyelash. I'll tell you when he can. But his music-wise is a beast. Yeah, he's a Frank Ocean.
He went completely out there. Like
I never knew he was leaning into it all.
I didn't know he was like that.
Yeah, exactly. I checked out after the song, but I listened to him on records. Like he had the what is it? No Church in the Wild with Jay-Z and
right. I think this is the issue with the whole coming out as gay when you're in like I guess the hip hop type era or in that mix is you start off you're not flamboyant at all.
Yeah.
And then when you do announce that you're gay, you like do a complete switch to where you like make up and all this, and I think that's why
it is. I can turn off.
A lot of
that's why with
pushback.
Him, I kind of liked him at first. He wasn't leaning into it. He just It's just so what? It's just a side thing. It's just thing. But I haven't checked at him in a while. Now we see the picture of him. He got rouge in his eye. Like I don't know how much he leans into it. I don't think he leans into it that much though, because his music's still very ambiguous. If he doesn't say him or her on his music, he writes a lot of his own music, so it's still very, you know what I'm saying, both sexes could still correlate to it.
Right. I understand the music don't change. It's just the person, it's like the whole person changes. Mm-hmm. And I think if they would, if they come out flamboyant and people were like, maybe he's gay, maybe he's not gay, and then he says that, okay, I'm gay, guys, and you just remain that same image that you first came out with, people would be like, cool, he's just a gay guy. They'll hit him with that Kevin Hart. So what? He said he's gay.
Well, see, the good thing about Tyler, the Creator, which is also rumored that he's gay, or he says sometimes he's gay, is that he always played around with it from the get-go, from the colored narrowings. Them boys
joke around. He didn't change.
Yeah, he didn't change. Gay, he's always,
he's still the same way he is when
just
he came
funny.
in.
Exactly.
He's still the same guy. Now imagine if he said he was gay, and then next thing you know, he comes out in a lace front with pink hair and shit, like the shit Lil Nas X does. I think then you'll get kind of a pushback.
And then you have that's very true. And then you have like I think the thing was with Lil Nas, he was already gay, especially because he had a Nicki Minaj fan page, but he rebranded the page to a music page, and we didn't catch on. And now that he's free to live on it. He's just leaning into it. Maybe he's making up for all the years he didn't get, all the years he had it repressed, whatever reason. But it is kind of wild. But I'm not even shocked by what Lil Nas is doing. I was like, music wise, every now and then I'll hear a single this guy have. I'm like, bro, this dude, because he still got music in it. He still got the music clip full, and he's over here reaching for all this shock value. But I guess like at the heights that he hit, in order to stay that. He has no choice, I guess.
But do you think it's gonna ever get like played out where people be like, oh, whatever, man. For black folks, you could just
flexing. Black folks get mad about that gay shit every time. He's gonna get us every goddamn time.
Poke, and it's never gonna.
He's gonna drop an album on Martin Luther King Day, and then third verse, flip it and do some gay. There's 100 ways to get us mad, bro. You already know. So he's gonna keep poking away at it. Just the fact that he said we emasculating men all 2021. Yeah, and that's a conspiracy thing, and black folks be like, I told you.
That's a whole threat, bro.
Yeah.
That's a whole threat. You threaten men's masculinity.
Men's buttholes out here. You threatening? I think. I can't say it's
You
not
got the
genius,
itis, bro.
I can't.
Probably did, yeah.
I can't say that it's not
This nigga great might fall asleep on us tonight again.
I can't say it's not a genius way of marketing though, because it's the same way that Young Thug did. Young Thug came out on the dresses and halfway, even though he's a gangster rapper, because he knew how much the culture is so homophobic that we kept talking about him. And he's back then. I could have sworn Rich Homie Quan would have been a bigger artist than Young Thug. Now look who's Rich Homie Quan.
Okay,
and look who stuck around. Rich Homie was better lyricist and all, but without that keeping your name sizzling at the top even when you got no record.
He also did move away from Young Thug.
Because Young Thug started leaning more into that gay stuff,
Young Thug was starting out all that that's Bay.
That's Bay, all that. Yeah, and he wasn't.
And he was like, nah, we don't talk like that. That's how he talk.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of gave him a little rift.
And now look, Young Thug's the bigger star still here. So there's a way of also manipulating the market and keeping fanfare. You know what I'm saying? It works. You know what I'm saying? Even it don't have to be gay necessary. It's no different than Boot Gang. You know, he was robbing niggas, all that shit. He got very self-destructive. But if he wasn't getting self-destructive, he was just robbing niggas or pretending to rob niggas, doing pranks. You could turn you could find a way to cash out in the celebrity of it all. So that's the only thing with that. Yeah, now he turned to Jesus is a good thing. He's doing giveaways and stuff like that. It's good to see. You know, he's turned his life around because that drug addiction gets crazy. What else we have?
In hip hop, let's see.
Did y'all see Crime Mob performed at the? Them boys lost that game too when the Crime Mob performed at the Atlanta Hawks game.
I didn't see the performance, but I did hear about it. And
yeah, halftime.
I didn't see that.
It wasn't one of the girls missing because there should be two girls in Crime Mob.
Yeah, Diamond and
yeah, Princess was there. So Princess isn't the more popular. Diamond was the more popular one, right?
Yeah.
Right, but I think
Diamond, she outgrew the group.
Yeah, because she's like on Love and Hip Hop and doing solo interviews on the Breakfast Club and shit.
Yeah, correct. Oh, okay, so that was what I was wondering. I was like, this isn't the more popular one of the two.
So she probably out of that. Yeah, she probably hit him with that. Hey, I'm Diamond now. I ain't Crime Mob.
Yeah, but it's still not. Who knows? I don't know how far it's gonna go. It's still not popping up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's the music point out because she released some a new track. And I was like, yeah, this ain't it.
You know, I'm big on the female hip hop scene now. Like, I'll check her out if she's out there. I'll see.
Yeah, you a Barb.
No, man, not a Barb's is a specific female hip hop.
Well, I guess you the dolls. You don't want to consider yourself a Barb.
I guess the dolls would be all the dolls, right? There's a lot of dolls. Yeah,
so that's what there's a lot of. You part of the doll mafia.
Listen, there's good female hip hop out there. That's all I'm just acknowledging. These girls, they got to work harder than these guys, man. Guys, you could be sorry and come out, but the girls, it's top tier. Ain't no sorry girl. Ain't no real sorry female rappers out there. You know what I'm saying? Even if they all talk about the same subject matter, maybe there'd be so that even a lot of them aren't though. But it's usually they're the best or they get good writers. With the guys, you know, your bag right, you could be in the right scene. You could be sorry, it don't matter.
I guess.
So we gotta check it out. Oh, speaking of female hip hop, your girl just checked herself in the rehab. Young M.A.
Yes, that was one of the things I saw. I was like, what was she addicted to? What drugs?
She didn't release it.
Because I remember she had a addiction to like
lean,
drinking
right?
Hennessy and shit like that. But then she gave that up. That's when she lost all the weight and shit. She said it was because of she stopped drinking Hennessy, but obviously it wasn't that. She was probably on them drugs and lost all that damn weight. So how these people spin reality to have the consumer thinking something different?
I think hers is. I think it's probably lean. You know, it's usually the red cup. Usually the red cup with the syrup. I don't like the fact when these guys go into rehab and don't let people know what they're what they're fighting over.
It's a HIPAA violation, bro. And the people that at the rehab can't tell you.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm talking about the celebrity. I would want the celebrity to let people know what the issue is because people are looking up to you, and they could also battle it themselves. It's the same way that when a celebrity dies and they don't release their cause of death. You know what I'm saying? Or they try to. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, release that. People could learn from it.
Right, people can, but I don't know why they choose not to.
You have. Did they ever release DMX? Remember the family try to go back and check. I don't know if they ever gave the actual release. I know MF Doom when he died.
I think they did say he had cocaine in the system or something like that.
Okay.
When it comes to DMX.
Yeah, I know MF Doom. They never released his cause of death. You know what I'm saying? They just the dude. But what's his name, buddy? That used to be part of the Digital Underground with the fake name part of Tupac's group.
Shock G.
Shock G. His ended up being fentanyl.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
That's a surprise, yeah. But I'm glad. I mean, it's messed up, but I'm glad to hear that.
I thought it was just like health conditions.
No, fentanyl. The boys be taking that. You know, these are celebrities, man. Sometimes they party different, though. You know, every now and then they might want to take a bump of heroin or a coke. I don't know, but it don't seem like drug dealers nowadays. Don't seem like it seem like they lace everything with fentanyl. They're like, weed. They're like, you know what? Throw some fentanyl in it. I don't know if that's the go-to product. It don't make any sense, but
we got to try that shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. Fuck that.
Take a little corner, bro.
Take I'm looking for that.
Yeah, take a corner.
So that shit is, it's sad that the way these celebrities are going out here. But I would like when they release the actual cause though.
All right. Well, the biggest thing in hip hop this week was your boy Draco versus Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch the verses?
I did.
I know me and Gray watched it. Gray was here watching it.
Yeah, I was here popping in and out. I really didn't want to watch the whole thing. But I was catching in and out. I think it was somewhat of a mess, bro. Bow Wow would win off of performance alone.
Yeah, Bow Wow came with mad energy. And plus he was actually saying all the words to his raps.
And his DJ was saying all the filler words. It's his real DJ.
Was definitely performing.
Why exactly? Why Soulja Boy didn't bring his own real DJ? I don't know. You bringing in academics. Academics don't know every word to your thing. He don't know when to stop the song or start the song. We shouldn't have to wait 3 minutes for your verse to come on.
Academics is not a hype man.
Exactly. And even if he was, he's not your hype man.
And even the chick he had up, what was her name? The chick he had from California, she wasn't doing a good job either in the beginning. So
listen, they
just play the song and let Soulja Boy do all the talking and all the hyping. But that shit don't work when you have a DJ there. That's what the DJ is for.
He let it, and the fact that he'll let it ride, like sometimes Soulja Boy had a third verse, the song was still starting off a first verse, and Soulja Boy's talking. Yeah. Even, and they should have definitely cut off the opponent's mic though when it's your turn to go, because Bow Wow kept hating each time Soulja Boy was going. He's like, damn, nigga, when your verse coming? He's like, I can tell DJ Academics DJ right now because he fucking up. He keeps out like, bro, come on, he keeps shading the opponent.
Hey, that's what a battle's supposed to be though, because this one was the first one with them talking shit back and forth with each other and actually going at it is how you imagine a fucking rap battle. All this. Let's be nice to each other. Let's celebrate each other. Yeah. Like you're not in a fucking competition is kind of weak. But Soulja and Bow Wow definitely put on a performance where the people that's following them up got big shoes to follow.
Yeah,
they got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, either way, yeah. So Soulja Boy kind of pretty much washed them, though. You know what I'm saying?
You mean Bow Wow?
Bow Wow washed them. I was like, it wasn't that hard, and Soulja Boy ended up doing his secret, bringing out Little Romeo at the end, and even Little Romeo kind of looks wild out here making this comparison, talking about you're the
Jordan,
yeah,
Bow Wow's the Jordan,
yeah. Be like, brother, there's only one. You're the only one hit wonder here, bro.
He's the LeBron,
yeah.
Soulja, no, he's the Kobe,
yeah.
Soulja Boy is the LeBron.
And people online just started roasting him.
Really? Like, nigga, you ain't no LeBron. Yeah. I remember somebody put, one of the comments were, I can't remember it, bro.
Is that the one when they showed him at ICDC? They talk about Soulja Boy And look, what's name battling? Here's Romeo at ICDC College watching it
In the dorm room.
in the dorm room, man.
No, it's like when he said the Jordan thing, and somebody put a comment in there. I was like, it was Jordan, like Kyrie and LeBron.
Oh, they fix it like it was
They messed up
knockoffs.
the names, yeah, like it was some knockoffs. That shit was hilarious. But them boys put on a good show, man. I enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem watching. I watched the whole thing. I enjoyed it.
I just didn't like the whole waiting until a track comes on.
Only person who did that was Soulja.
That's his part was messed up. I was like, it should have been. They should have had rehearsals for that. We shouldn't have to wait 3 minutes before the thing comes on. Blend right to your verse, or he could have brought out the Drake if he wanted to. Tracks. He has a bunch of big hits.
That's how they wanted.
You want to play the Nicki verses and Bleeding Tears? I shouldn't have to wait. Chorus, hook, hook. Then finally your verse comes on, and it's only an 8-bar verse anyways. I'm like, come on, bro. He definitely didn't. He didn't prepare enough for it.
I don't know if he didn't prepare. That's how he wanted to do it. That's how he wanted to do it. That's how he wanted to do it.
And as much of a celebrity he is, all the features he got, he could have called those people in the features and could have destroyed Bow Wow, bro. Yeah, letting Bow Wow break out Omarion on you. He had Gucci Man, Drake, Nicki. You know his catalog. You know who the Soulja Boy has a deep bag of people. But he could have pulled out on him.
That don't mean them people are gonna show up.
They may not show up, but he didn't ask. But he could have played it.
How you know that?
I know Drake said he never called them. Drake said, "Damn, you could have called me. I would have been out there." People love it's free advertisement. It's a good look. People ain't minding coming through on those verses,
I don't know, because they've been promoting this one, and they was saying it's gonna be a lot different. Like Soulja Boy brought out Fresh Montana. Montana showed up for him.
Yeah, to add to the verse. Yeah. So,
who else did Soulja Boy bring out?
Romeo. He brought out. What was it that he brought out? He brought out. What's the name? The group 3-6.
Nah, that was Bow Wow brought out 3-6. He brought out Jermaine Dupri.
Bow Wow brought out the A-listers, bro. Bow Wow brought out Jermaine Dupri, The Brat, 3-6.
Nah, he didn't bring out the Brat to show.
I mean 3-6. Jermaine Dupri,
Omarion.
Come on,
and,
bro.
The nigga from the Laffy Taffies. I don't know.
D4L. Fabo.
Yeah, Fabo. I think. Was it Fabo?
Fabo. Yeah, he's the only nigga left still doing that dumb shit. He had the white glasses on.
Grab the leg,
Yeah, he got like.
He can't do that shit now.
You think so?
He's no way back.
He doesn't put on some weight, so he ain't doing all that bending your leg shit.
That's crazy.
But the battle was good, bro. I think it's definitely the best one that since the whole transformation of verses to it going to Triller and being like a big production. It's definitely the best one since then.
Yeah, and speaking of that too, Swiss Beat had to straighten something out when people were saying that he sold out the verses to Triller. Basically, he doesn't like that, how white people are able to, buy businesses, own business, build business, and sell them. Mm-hmm. But we,
it's nigga shit.
We can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have to stay stuck. We have to, be content.
Listen, it's only the poor-minded people that be complaining about shit like that.
But the way he said it,
because they did the same shit to Jay-Z when Jay-Z sold Tidal.
Yeah.
Anytime nigga want to sell some shit and make some money, still
it's hating.
You still have stakes in the company. It's not like you just added some help so that shit could be bigger than what you could take it. Because you could take it to one place. Now this company is taking it to a whole nother place, and you see the difference.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of hating. It's something like when they used to tell rappers, to stay hood, not to go commercial, not to get money, not to
Here's what it is. It's not even that it's hating. It's because we were at the bottom, and you don't want them to leave you in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You're like, don't leave me. You're like, don't leave me. Like that's hating. Yeah. It ain't like you're hating, but it is hating. You want them, but when
you got a friend that that's doing bigger things, he's leaving you behind.
But it's not your friend. You kind of figure because what happens,
the richer in your neighborhood,
the richer they do become detached. So if you love them, you're like, man, don't leave us, man, don't leave us. And a lot of folks do become detached.
That's the thing. They think they're attached. They never attached.
They never were, but that's the artist did such a good job of making like, damn, I feel like I know this guy. So don't leave us, bro. Don't leave us. But you don't know them. These motherfuckers they are a different kind of rich.
Different life.
Yeah, they are. But they sell your They sell our what they say. What's the one thing they said? They sell the black people. They sell our struggle. That's our export. Black
I mean, a lot of things need to be sold.
No, that's the one thing that black people were good at, exporting our struggle. So they sell it so good to us, our trauma. Yeah, we sell our trauma so good to us, so that we're like, man, he must be from, man. They're like, don't leave us.
That shit, man.
But
but the way it's supposed to be said, the deal structured is that they also him and Timberland, and also the other 43 artists that have done the verses, like all of them also like on part of the company that owns the parent company of Triller.
It don't even matter. He didn't have to break it all down like that.
No,
because there's no deal in the world that 40 people and everybody eating. That's just bullshit. You telling me fractional shit to make it sound good on paper. Ain't no even on 43. Ain't nobody eating. Yeah,
you can't give everybody 1%. You give 1%. That's 43%.
Exactly.
Plus the 2 for you. And I know Swiss Beats and Timberland ain't only taking 1%.
Ain't getting out of best for the 1%. Yeah, exactly.
As a pioneer, you're definitely not taking 1%.
Exactly.
But you can give fractions to like
like I said, it just sounds good on paper. Them shits ain't worth nothing though.
It's like when Jay-Z owned part of the Knicks, they said, and it was like 0.4%.
Yeah,
same with Usher and stuff like that.
Yeah. And all it did is it bought him influence in a sense. It didn't really mean nothing as far as profit.
So
it allowed him in the back room, the broker deals.
As an artist, you'll take it.
Well, no,
but
it's free money.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah. So it's not him saying it that way just to make it seem like he's not a scumbag. He ain't rip nobody off, but it ain't really worth the damn thing. 43, all the other 43 people getting paid.
Now, if it makes it up to few billion, then when they break that up, it is some bread, but it's going to take a lot to get there.
Like, Triller's not public yet, so this still got a lot of room to grow. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, also, got T-Pain said he went into depression after he was on the same flight with Usher one time, and Usher came over to him and said, he fucked up music with autotune.
This is the worst part. It's not Usher didn't walk up to him. Usher stopped the steward. How you call
stewardess?
Stewardess. That's what you call him on the plane?
Yeah. Stewardess, yeah.
He stopped the stewardess, told the stewardess, hey, that guy in seat, blah, 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 up there, can you tell him to come back here and holler at me? I want to talk to him.
As bless your ear real quick, young fella. I hope you know.
That's the thing. Like,
I hope you know you fucking up the game.
I'm T-Pain, right? I'm T-Pain. I'm bubbling. Nigga, you want to come holler at me? Nigga, come holler at me.
He's still Usher Raymond at the end of the day.
I understand that, but that's a whole you sunning somebody by doing all that. Hey, tell them to come back here and holler at me. You could have easily got up and just went over there. No, nothing was stopping. You wasn't tied down. So you're sunning him that part, and then when he get back there, you tell him some shit like that. So that shit was. I looked at Usher like, nigga, why is you hating on the nigga making good music? It's not like T-Pain wasn't making good music.
Here's the thing: people saying T-Pain messed up autotune. T-Pain didn't mess up autotune. Because T-Pain, he didn't mess up R&B. Because T-Pain made good R&B music.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
These other niggas that emulated T-Pain fucked up music because his version was always fire.
He was the main. His
was always. He was, but
it got fucked up when Lil Wayne got
Wayne. I said Wayne fucked up autotune. Yeah, don't blame T-Pain. Blame Wayne because Wayne. Yeah, blame Wayne because T-Pain always did it right. Don't blame fucking T-Pain. Blame Wayne. Them niggas, you know, it's politics. They don't want to blame it. But it was Wayne because Wayne ushered in mumble rap. You know what I'm saying? It's Wayne that fucked up. It was not T-Pain.
So Wayne's the godfather of all these genres.
Exactly. Wayne's definitely the godfather of all this, making sure you enunciate, mumbling around, playing around.
He had with Usher.
Because Wayne used to be fire.
But that's the thing, like T-Pain. I mean, Usher
in the club.
Usher tells T-Pain this, and then Usher's. A couple years later, Usher starts using autotune highly like that too.
Yep.
To make these different pop tracks. He started upping the autotunes to get that same sound. But you just told a nigga a couple years ago that you fucked up music by doing this.
Yeah,
and now you doing it.
But he like, you fucked it up, but I'm not gonna not eat. I gotta eat though. You done fucked up. I'm just letting you know I'm about to do this, but you fucked it up.
He also had that little way featured on in the club.
Yeah. The thing without
It should be fine.
It was a little message that popped up earlier, but I don't know what it is.
We'll take care of it later.
Either way, yeah, Usher was kind of, I guess, somewhat hypocritical, but I wouldn't blame T-Pain for fucking up R&B. He added to it. The thing is, T-Pain was a rapper turned singer, and he wasn't fully a singer then. He was still like very much a rapper. He laced the auto-tune on top of it to hit notes he couldn't reach. And then after that, he ended up getting music lessons done. And if you ever get a chance, check out T-Pain's Tiny Desk performance. This is no auto-tune, live version of him, acoustics, fucking fire.
Yeah, he got better, yeah.
Well, he just won. He just won the Masked Singer.
Yeah, he learned. No, after he got accused of that, after a while, he went and got voice lessons done. So he actually now learns how to sing. So now it's just a bonus. Auto-tune's just a bonus to what he got on top of it. But he's not doing that messed up R&B because it ain't like they started signing R&B singers that couldn't sing anyways. What they messed up was rap. It did not mess up R&B. R&B, people that were singing might have added auto-tunes on top of it, but they still know how to sing. That was still the first requirement.
I think rap artists mess up R&B.
R&B is still
when they try to sing and also using auto-tunes.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can sing, you still can sing, and that still's gonna be the top of the cream of the crop.
I think
so. It's not like they only started singing people that used iTunes.
I think the only people I can remember that was okay in R&B that kind of jumped over the hurdle because auto-tune was probably like Cassie.
But auto-tune's been around for a while.
No, she was dating Diddy.
She didn't stick around.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she got the Diddy bag. That make you retire. You got the balls. While I'm going to work. But
what is she up to now? Is she still making music?
Well, now that they broke up, she got kids now.
What the heck got to do anything?
People
with kids.
Kids
aren't growing into vocal cords. Yeah. They're growing into uterus, nigga.
But, she was with Diddy, and then after, I guess he struggled her along forever, and then they broke up, and she ended up getting with her trainer. She's going on her second or third kid or something like now, but Diddy's out here living his best life. Took Diddy on his toxic male shit take all her best years. As you do.
What you're supposed to do as a man.
As a young man.
Take the best years, the good years.
Take all her best years and keep it moving. And when his ex dies, go online every day and profess your love for her as if you were in a relationship this whole time. With her.
Shout out Diddy.
Yeah, the legend.
Showing us how to be
how to move in these streets.
How to be misogynistic and not be called out on it. Shout out Diddy.
What else do we have?
Let's see what else we had. I listened to a Title Talk with Jack Dorsey, founder of Twitter, and Jay-Z.
Okay.
Talking about how they're going to take the direction of Tidal to help artists actually be able to put their content on there and reach out more fans and able to get paid without dealing with with dealing with less middlemen.
And Tidal been robbing the middleman for years.
Exactly. And what's happening is Jack Dorsey doesn't even realize he's being finessed. He's too rich to sully his hands into the paperwork. He don't even realize Jay-Z got a clean finesse going on his ass.
Bro. Because all these independent artists always complain about Tidal not paying.
Yeah.
And it's like it's crazy because that's all Tidal promoted was. We gonna get the little man paid. We gonna get the little man paid, and all you got is little men complaining about y'all not paying.
You know who got paid in Tidal? He did the deal that Swizz says the original 8 some people that came in there. They all got paid. The Kanye's, the Rihanna, the Beyonce's, the 8 first people that walked in the door with them. They eating. Everyone else are like, nah, we ain't got nothing for you, bro. Ain't no royalty. So wild. Jack Dorsey don't know any better because this is one of the few billionaires that run two huge companies already. He owns Square and Twitter. He's simultaneously CEO of 2 Fortune 500 companies at the same time. And now you over here about, you know what I'm saying? Now you buying Tidal and talking about you going to pump it up. But he just hasn't got his hand in the dirt to be like, hold on.
I thought they asked him to resign from one of them a couple years back or something like that.
Stock investors want that, but it's on the stocks though. He's not going, People have been complaining like, man, what kind of CEO if he's not giving us all this whole time? But
right, I think that was the issue about how much time he's able to focus on both of them. If he can, he do it. Like what? Why does that matter to you guys? People find bullshit to complain about.
I think it was investors though. Investors was an investor would do that because it makes sense. You want your CEO. If I own stocks in Twitter, I want him to be at Twitter 24/7. I don't even want to hear about Square if I don't own any Square. If I own both, then I'm mine and he can represent.
But that's the thing. If you're making money off of it, period, and it's growing, it continues to grow, why are you complaining about what he does?
What happened is Twitter for a long time wasn't matching Facebook. Facebook today just became $1 trillion company. And its market cap. It's one of the 3 or 4 companies that are $1 trillion companies. So you're like, man, we want some of that growth. For the longest, Twitter wasn't growing. What really helped Twitter prop up, your boy Trump, that shit did Twitter great. This whole last 4 years, eating. And know that at the end that they suspended his account and closed him off, the numbers did dip down. The world leaders using your shit makes a big difference.
Do you think Twitter could ever be as big as a Facebook? Just so. Based on the whole platform itself?
No, it won't.
Facebook has a whole bunch of other shit.
Facebook has...
And there's so much more space on Facebook to maneuver, put ads and stuff like that. I don't think Twitter...
But world leaders, how do they speak to their people? If you want 60... Just right-click. It's no streamline, no look the other way. Twitter works perfect. If you're just a world leader, you want to put out a couple of statements.
Put out short messages, it's great.
Spurts, it works perfect. So, and world leaders work. So it works well. It's good for what it is. But when you don't have someone when you had someone like Trump, that was adding gas and he had this shit cooking. So he was like, man.
Is there many world users that's getting their message out on Twitter and stuff like that, on social media, or do they go to the media outlets?
No, they would rather do Twitter because there's no questioning back. I get to give my opinion off and just dip out. I get to speak on
Yeah, but how many of them actually do that?
Almost all of them. It's congressmen, all of them use their Twitters. All the senators, it works very well in politics. So that's why he didn't have no issue until he kicked Trump off. They're like, oh, hold on, he might have too much power. Is he over-regulated? How can you suspend the president of the United States? If that don't, out of all the world leaders, this was the most powerful one. And you done said, nah, you off that. And when Trump tried to use like a homie page, he shut that shit down. If you go let him use your page and they find out, he's shutting your shit down too. The shit was crazy. Like, bro, this is the world leader. How can you pull this off? And he's doing it.
They treated Trump like Instagram treat Boosie.
Exactly. So now they're like, hold on, is he too powerful? Is he too powerful? Now they're complaining. Is he too powerful what he's doing because they never seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think, was it Uganda?
It's just a sense of entitlement, bro.
Yeah.
America's so entitled. Like, even the president's entitled to thinking you could just use my shit and I can't say nothing about it.
Oh, I don't know if it's Liberia. Somewhere in Africa, a president did some shit talking crazy about COVID vaccine and they took down the tweet because, they're very against false information. And when the president seen do that, they said, you know what? No Twitter in this country. No Twitter in this country anywhere. So they took all the Twitter servers down from over there. But like I said, Twitter's got the whole world, so they don't mind that little pocket. You know what I'm saying? But it's why, because he is from South Africa.
Who?
Jack Dorsey.
Yeah, he's part of the apartheid
side. Him and
oppressors. He's one of the colonizers.
Motherfuckers. That's the thing, though. That's one of their boys. Him and Elon said that's one of the things they want to help re-envision, fix up Africa. Yeah. So that's their. That
just means we want to go rob Africa.
I mean, they're already the world's richest people. I can't say
take all the natural resources out of Africa. That's all that means.
I think you need visionaries like them. I would rather them do it because they're new money than the old money that just decided let's just strip everything from the country and their allegiances to the country. The new money don't have an allegiance to the country. We're just going to go wherever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they're not benefiting the country.
Exactly.
It might still benefit the country if there's a tech hub there.
You think Tesla is benefiting South Africa?
No.
No. Tesla's not in. It's not stationed there though. But if he had a Tesla station, I'm talking about
he could easily build a station there instead of paying shitload of money to build one here.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The only reason he's building one here is because we're subsidizing him here. If wherever he's subsidized, he builds a factory at. If the country's willing to pay for it, he'll build your shit up there with him. Like that's how he goes to. That's how he expands and he keeps costs down. If you're willing to do that, taxpayers, he'll allow you. Then these are high paying jobs. So if the country's willing to do it, he'll make it make sense. But I rather these new guys because they're not loyal to just American values. They're entrepreneurs, but they see things on a bigger scale. They're trying to do, according to them, a global good. I don't know if they're really doing good, but
niggas just lining up their pockets.
Yeah, they are lining up the pocket. But at least the world gets a benefit instead of just one country benefited from it, as opposed to what else we got?
I got no more of that.
Still on hip hop.
I don't know if this count as hip hop or it could kind of be straight of sports. Your boy Master P signs the Rock Nation with hopes of being an NBA coach. So he signed there. You know, it's a sports agency, Rock Nation Sports, and you know they're gonna shop him around. He wants to be an NBA coach. Maybe Rock Nation got pulled. Maybe they might be able to get him a college gig. Start there. It's odd to me a person just becoming a coach, but stranger thing has happened. The fucking guy that was doing tape review guys, the Miami Heat's head coach. He never, right?
But that's the difference. He went through the process.
What process? He worked in the tape room.
He worked in the tape room. Then
and his father-in-law is Pat Riley. That's the process. That's the process, bro.
You have to go through the stage of getting onto the side of the bench, being a assistant coach, a coach of this and coach of that, and then you move on up.
I don't think he had the
Master P was a former NBA player.
I understand that, but come on.
And his kids.
We're not gonna really call Master P.
That's what I'm saying.
His
former
kids still
NBA
play basketball.
Yeah,
even that, I'm not giving him credit for that.
You go to the head.
He funded his kids to get.
I guarantee he's only looking for a head coach position.
Of course, why not?
It's an insult, bro.
No, it's not. You got Steve Nash as head coach. You got
Steve Nash is a former Hall of Famer,
former MVP Hall of Famer,
Steve
point
Nash
guard at that.
Okay. He's one of the best to do it.
Giving everybody else a pass.
I'm saying the only Master P equivalent to me is the Miami Heat's guy. The guy that came from that's the Master P.
Master P wasn't even in the tape room.
And so I'm saying that's the only equivalent to him is that dude. So and I can't really show that dude because that nigga got 3 rings, so we can't really doubt him. Even though he doubt him, what can you say? The guy got 3 fucking. He got Miami 3 rings.
Coaching LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen, a stacked team.
Well, but.
Then he went.
It is what it is. It didn't have to be him. Yeah, it didn't have to be him. He got the one. He got the one with D Wade, right? No, was he? No, he wasn't there with D Wade. Right?
He wasn't there with the first one.
Okay, he wasn't there. He got the last 2.
But he was this close to winning one last year.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's not a good coach. He's been through the process of learning.
He got good. Yeah.
It matters.
That's why Master P got to get good
by being in.
Sometimes you get a job. Coach? You ever lied on the application? Sometimes you lie on the application, you get the job, you're like, I'm going to learn on the job. And he actually learned on the job. Because for a while, we were like, they're giving him credit, but we know it's really LeBron. But as you can see, he has gone down there without LeBron controlling the team. Look how close he got last year. So, yeah, he has field position. But Master P, like I said, he would have to be, maybe you get him college first or something. I was telling Gray that Master P's dream of being a billionaire is never going to happen now.
It's going to happen.
What billionaire got time
Stop hating, man. Stop hating. It's going to happen.
Coach?
Stop hating.
It's out of my head. I'm just telling you from the side of
the man got plenty of products. All he need to do now is make deals. Keep making deals.
If I'm on the Twitter board, if I'm on any board,
he's gonna keep making deals.
I'm like, is our CEO coaching now? What the fuck's going on here?
So what?
You know, I'll be pissed off, bro.
He ain't gonna make it to a bid if he go into coaching.
That's what I'm trying to tell him.
Make it, bro.
Listen,
if he goes into coaching,
yes.
How?
Now he'll get access. Now he also have
access to what, shoes. Bro?
Access to the league.
Ain't nobody in the NBA rocking miniatis on the court.
They will. Bruh. You saw Romeo on the verses walking on maniatis. All you gotta do is get the young people.
If he can't get his son, if he can't get Romeo to rock,
to start rocking maniatis. Motherfuckers wearing them ugly ass Balenciagas that look like old people's shoes.
Not on the basketball court. You're talking about.
Some of the boys are wearing ugly ass basketball shoes on the court.
Not playing ball.
They wear the Yeezys.
Not playing ball.
So them boys didn't wear Yeezys.
They don't have to play ball.
NBA
niggas play ball wearing Jordans.
The only person that played ball in Yeezys, I believe, was Nick Young.
Yeah, exactly. So
one
wild shit.
Yeah, he weird as fuck. Yeah, exactly. One person.
Them young boys be doing some wild shit.
He ain't influencing nobody.
Fuck up his ankles, bro.
Niggas ain't about to wear no Yeezys playing ball, bro.
They will. You'll see.
Unless he comes out with a high performance basketball shoe.
Even if it's high performance, it's the cool factor. Like I told y'all,
and he will get that. He will get that.
Master P hasn't been cool kids who are almost 2 decades. He's a baller. We give him his props, but he lacks the cool factor.
And he will get that through his kids.
His kids aren't cool.
His kids aren't cool?
No, Master P's cooler than his kids. Master P's cooler than his kids, bro. His kids are not cool. I'm telling you, Master P is cooler than his own kids. His kids are not cool.
You know who got cool kids?
His kids are not as famous as him.
You know who got a cool kid? LeVar Ball.
Listen, man.
You telling me Melo's not a cool kid?
Not even Melo, it's not even that.
He's not wearing Big Baller Brand.
I know, but
exactly.
If Master P don't even have a cool kid like Melo,
let me tell you,
his kids are gonna influence
Diddy's
people.
kids.
They'll get there. They'll get there.
Diddy's
See, niggas don't have vision.
Diddy's kids is cool kids. They let nigga come up on the set up on the show. Nigga don't even speak 2 words on the respectfully. The Justin LaBoy shit. Yeah, the Justin LaBoy shit. Diddy's son right there just sitting there. Nigga said Diddy's kids. The other one, the one that raps like Mace. You know what I'm talking about? King Combs.
That's not the same one?
No, that's 2 different ones. Diddy got 2 influencer kids. So there's some of these things, these are second generation wealth, and not every second generation wealth are A-listers. There's different tiers.
Yeah, you got to bring the coolness in.
And he didn't bring the coolness in with his kids.
And it takes time. It'll come.
Man, his kids are grown, bro. Romeo's about to have a kid already.
You telling me Romeo's cool?
Why not?
He's not. I think there's a difference. We're not disrespecting him because it's hustle, but he's not. He doesn't.
You still got the younger ones that are going to college.
Lyric and the basketball player might be the cool one, the one that's gonna make it to the league. He could get to the cool if he actually make it to the league.
And he's gonna wear Maniatis.
If he makes it to the league,
okay, he'll make it.
He'll probably make it to the league, no problem. But is he gonna be? Is he gonna be a personality? Yeah. You got to be a personality, bro. And do they have that?
All right, we don't know. Wait and see. Wait and see.
I'm just saying.
Be patient.
I don't see P getting a
you can't see it yet. You're not there. You can't see it yet.
Listen, the personality usually starts when you're young,
you see
bro.
It. Look at where we at. We can't say we see what he sees. We can't say.
Listen, uncool kids don't just grow up to be cool guys.
Adults. Yeah, they cool adults.
Come on, bro.
That niggas hating.
It's not hating. It's just reality. You ever seen a kid that was uncool and he grew up and now he's cool?
Yeah.
Who?
Plenty.
Ooh. Especially when it comes to these second generation celebrity kids. Yeah, if they're not cool as a kid, they're usually not cool as an adult. They hit that awkward shit. They be awkward in that realm.
This whole generation.
See, here's the thing. Matter of fact, Romeo is actually cool. What are you talking about? The thing is, Romeo is actually cool. It's just his dad is so uncool, it makes him not cool. Had his dad stepped out the way and let Romeo shine all these years, because Romeo's way more cooler than fucking Bow Wow's. But it's because P was always in the video. Romeo overshining him, and he got his wax sauce on Romeo.
Romeo needed a shit.
Romeo. Romeo.
I don't think that's what it is.
You tired of your dad being all in the videos, nigga? Come join this family, this Death Row family. Yeah. Come, I'll be a stepdad, bro. I'll let you get all the shine. Master P all up in the videos. Romeo can't shine with P.
You see how we call Bow Wow?
I don't think when you see how they call that was his focus. Like he ain't putting in as much work to follow that path.
But you see how they call Bow Wow corny and all that stuff?
It's because he was so cool as a kid.
He was cool as a kid.
I mean, Bow Wow was the coolest kid on the block.
And then he grew up
and became
real corny.
But people calling him corny. I don't think he's corny, but he just grew up and
he's a little excessive. He over commits.
I think that's the Napoleon thing.
Yeah.
Him being he feels about a foot and a half taller.
He's stuck.
He wouldn't have to
he's just overperform. I think he's just stuck because I look at Chris Brown, who we watched growing up as a kid singing, and now we look at Chris Brown now. You know, he's still cool to us.
But even Chris Brown didn't start as young as Romeo.
He don't have that Napoleon complex that he has to carry with him for being short. Chris Brown is a tall guy.
It's true.
So it's different. We look at all these short people and call them corny. Look at even someone like Tory Lanez. Sometimes they'll call Tory Lanez corny, and it's because he's short.
Wow.
What's Bobby Valentino?
Yeah,
call him corny.
Cool. Some of them do be corny, overcompensating, but I think
how tall is Jason Derulo?
Definitely. I don't know if he's tall. He's just corny. Period. Yeah. The only reason he's corny is because he went after kids.
He's the only tall corny nigga in the industry. The tall people usually cool, bro.
Yeah, but he I think Romeo was never seen as corny. It's because of P.
Really
he never popped off
as he should.
It's because of P. He never really popped off.
That's not because of P.
Listen, Romeo hardly ever does.
Unorthodox is focus. Rap wasn't his focus.
He hardly ever does solo interviews. You could. I can't even think I've seen a Breakfast Club interview where P's not there with Romeo. He hardly ever does solo interviews. His dad's there.
He's even done commercials. What are you talking about?
Yeah, those are. I'm talking about interviews. You know, you get to see the character. His dad's usually there every time. You
gotta see the personality, bro. You're not looking at personality.
He's done interviews by himself. Yeah,
I'm talking about major outlets. It's hardly ever seen when he was doing it. Maybe that's when he was the Romeo the rapper. But after he done spin off and became an entrepreneur, every time you see anytime you see
that's
Romeo,
what I'm saying. Like he took a different path. He moved away from rapping.
Yeah,
but went a different path, and I think that's what
But what I'm saying is, anytime I see him now,
because in the black community, even at that time, now we're all trying to champion entrepreneurship. Back then, we weren't championing entrepreneurship. We weren't championing books. We weren't championing smart.
It's the same thing. Like, here's what happened. He had his dad championing for himself, but it's the same thing like Dame Dash son.
But then we were just championing
Dame Dash son. He's the one that sells the cookies and everything else. Right. We never really get an interview with him. What we get is his dad always telling people about him, this, that, there. Exactly. Them boys went to go do their own show.
That's what I think it is, bro. I think with the dad tries to push him on to popularity.
Yeah.
And
I never even seen him with his
it's
dad.
not like they don't champion themselves enough to where you'd be like, this guy's cool. He's championing himself. I don't think that's a problem. With
matter of fact, Romeo is the executive producer of, Romeo is the executive producer of that Growing Up Hip Hop. He's the owner of that show. So he's actually the CEO of there, as you can see. But still, you know what I'm saying? But still, because Masterpiece Wax Sauce, you don't really kind of tether that to him.
I think it's just Romeo. I don't think he really at the spotlight that much.
He's the CEO. I don't say it's not
exactly CEO, not the star.
You would never know if he liked it or not. Exactly. Pete was always there.
Pete won't let him shine. His dad won't let him shine. How we gonna know? Listen, there comes a time when you gotta fire your parents, bro.
His dad, no.
Yeah, there comes a time you gotta fire your parents
because he had his own show at one time.
That was when he was growing up, when he was a hot little name. Back then, you gotta get back in the day. There was only 2 rappers. Those guys was able to get away with anything. I forgot a nigga had his own sitcom though, Romeo. That's just fucking.
He did, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These dudes had a hell of a run, though.
Yeah, but
either way, I don't see P getting to that $1 billion bag now.
He will.
Too much distraction.
The man got his own ice cream. He got noodles. He got cereal. He got what else? Syrup. He got shoes.
Listen, he could get it.
One thing that P got is product.
He got the product.
Exactly.
I'm saying he got the product. I think he's going the perfect route about doing it that way.
He got rap snacks. Come on,
but
man.
I think he's really looking at it. He's really looking at it like it's real simple. If I could just cut the line and do this way, I could get in front of these guys and cut the line. I don't think it's gonna work that way. I don't think if I get to being an NBA coach, and I think
the rap snack out of all them products, the rap snack is the most popular one.
Yeah,
that's because P's face not all over it.
Exactly,
it doesn't need to be.
It used to be, and them shits didn't move. You see the difference. Like I'm saying,
then he made a business move and changed.
I'm saying it matters that
he put other rappers on relevant rappers' faces on there.
It matters
now
that
he's making it work.
Remember, I can tell you
it's a decision thing, bro.
I said it matters that he's not in the face of everything. P could sell some shit as long as he doesn't have to be the face.
Right, okay. Bro. I'm telling you, these celebrities need to just release product without putting their name attached to it, like a Cameron.
He wasn't the best of No Limit.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Like Cameron,
Cameron in this era, he doesn't need to put his face on it because
he's not gonna
even back then.
He doesn't have the spotlight now.
No,
he never did when he had the spotlight.
Yeah. He would carry the product and people just start buying the product.
Exactly,
and they never knew he was a silent owner.
Here's another example. Michael B. Jordan releases this rum.
Yeah, exactly.
Juvert. And the only reason it's getting backlash is because it's from Michael B. Jordan. But if that shit just popped up in the liquor stores and people's like, oh, this new rum is called Juvert, people would have been fucking with it.
Yep.
It's just because what's the name?
They got someone to hate. They got someone to cancel. They got someone to hate.
So
sometimes
you can't put your name on everything.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's why the Trinity people are saying
because they see because it's Black American.
Because if it was just released,
so if the white man did it, they wouldn't care.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. It would just be in the store, and they wouldn't care.
Exactly.
There wouldn't be nobody to hate against.
If it was Nicki, they would have been cool with it, but it's because he's Black American. So that was their main thing about it.
Even with Nicki, they'll probably give her some backlash.
Exactly, probably. But even she Trinidadian, but yeah, most likely. But what they definitely didn't like the fact that it was a Black American as opposed to a Trinidadian guy doing it.
And who's to say he doesn't have family ties to Trini people?
He could have, but
I'm pretty sure he does.
He fell right back. He's like, he never knew. It's no problem. He's going to reassess and change their mind. Man, you know the money people spend branding out. I said, no, I'm half training.
I'm thinking, how does he not know? Because how did he just come up with that name?
Because he's not because his celebrity.
Or somebody else coming with
somebody else coming. It's just a bag. You're like, shit, I'm gonna cut it. Yeah, it's free. You know what I'm saying? What he's not gonna do?
Yeah, bro, you can't put your name on everything.
I would think P would have already learned that because P was not the biggest artist of No Limit. No Limit had so much fucking talent and fire.
P was the biggest artist in No Limit.
You were talking about Mystical wasn't.
Mystical wasn't bigger than P.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
You talking about
he was.
Nigga, Ice Cream Man, Mr.
He was. Come on,
make him say, nigga, P was the biggest artist on No Limit.
He was. Stop it. Stop it.
This is the one who promote like all these other artists. Who's the biggest selling artist?
P is the one who
look who's the biggest selling artist.
Who on No Limit has the biggest influence? Mystical or Master P?
Who sells the most records in No Limit? Look at the records. No, look at the records. I'm telling you, Mystical is the highest selling record over there, bro.
We're talking about the biggest artist, not the most sales.
It's the biggest artist. That's what you're doing. You're in the music business.
You kidding me?
What do you mean?
You kidding me?
What do you mean?
You can't make this shit up.
Nah. Listen, P
can't make this shit up.
He was not his biggest artist over there. And then not to mention you had Mystical.
When you think of No Limit, you think of P. Make him say,
you could think of him when they go with it. But he was still,
his songs.
When you say make him say, it's
Ghetto
not like,
D, the whole album.
It's not like you're saying he's the best. He wasn't the best in No Limit.
He doesn't have to be the biggest artist and the most influential artist on No Limit. Completely. Mystical is not influential.
Exactly.
He was at that point.
No, he wasn't.
Back then, Mystical, you tripping.
Who brought Snoop Dogg to No Limit? It wasn't Mystical. Come on, bro.
Of course it wasn't Mystical because he wasn't the CEO. He's still an artist. You
really think Mystical was a bigger influence, a bigger artist than Master P?
Yeah, at his peak,
definitely. Fuck out of here.
Back then, just like Snoop Dogg is a bigger artist than Master P.
Put the whole fucking South on.
Sure, he's the CEO. That's what he's supposed to. But I don't mean he's the best.
So therefore, he's more influential.
South on. That doesn't being a rapper.
What do you mean?
People started fucking with the South, fucking with Master P.
Master P's best work, even on stuff he's known for, his best tracks are with features by his best artists in his label. Everything from C Murder to Silk the Shocker to Fiend to Mia X, all these stuff. You were huge caliber artists that they kept blowing up, selling $1 million a week. When there's this, that, Master P wasn't dropping his own album every week. He was dropping his artist's album every week. He was dropping one album with,
so
and these, the bigger name artists were going platinum. The other ones were falling on the wayside.
What does that have to do with Master P not being the biggest artist on the label?
I can't say.
But when you think of No Limit, you think of Master P. You don't think of
It's because it's synonymous with his brand. But I'm just telling you.
So when you think of Cash Money, who you think of?
Lil Wayne, Baby.
What's name owns it? Baby owns it. Yeah. You think of Cash Money, you think of Lil Wayne.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He targeted.
Baby was an artist too.
Yeah, but Baby don't have a problem. Baby's doesn't have to be in every video. This, that, and the thing. You know what I'm saying? Baby had no problem letting Wayne carry it. As you can see, letting Nicki carry it, letting Drake carry it. There's a difference of let me get up out the way.
And Master P said he tried to.
He said Baby's not an artist. Baby's every bit of an artist as Master P is.
Oh no! Yes, stop it.
Both them niggas can't rap. You tripping? Both the niggas can't rap. He's every bit of an artist as Master P
can't rap. Master P was rapping back in his time.
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen,
come on, man.
What is he talking about? You're making no sense right now.
He had them boys. No sense, them boys had writers, just like Baby.
So
his artist was his writers. Them boys was never artists.
What album does Baby have by himself?
What do you mean?
I
can't tell you. I don't know if he has a solo album. 5-star Stutter. Yeah, he has a solo album.
I know he had the partnership with
Big Time. But he has a partnership album. It has the red cover.
And I never heard about
like half of the face is like a hawk or something like that. But Baby has a solo album.
And how popular is that versus Ghetto D?
We're not saying I'm not comparing Master P and Baby.
I mean, we can't compare because
exactly
Baby has far exceeded Master P in music.
Who else known in the West?
Who's known worldwide? I don't.
From New Orleans.
Listen, they're both from New Orleans.
Of course,
Master came first.
I mean, Baby has exceeded him. That's not his West name.
Like prior.
But we're talking about No Limit, No Limit camp. Nate is saying Mystical was the biggest artist on No Limit.
Yeah, I would have to say that. I'll say it went.
It's Master
I would
P,
say
nigga.
it was Master P first, then it became then it became Mystical, and then it went back to P again. I would say that much. But there was an era where Mystical was the biggest name in fucking. This man was having tracks with Busta Rhymes, is that a third? Master P never went to the part where people was calling him the feature on their albums.
Mystical had
Come on, he was calling people over to No Limit, but no one was calling Master P to hey, come feature on this album.
Yeah, they
he
were,
was calling. Who was calling P to feature on this album?
Snoop Dogg did.
No, he was on No Limit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about other artists is calling you over to come feature. You have a hot verse on another artist's
You're wrong
album.
in this one,
did,
bro.
though.
It's
He
okay to
did.
be wrong.
Let me know the powerful Master P features. That's outside of No Limit. There ain't
features,
any.
no features. Master
It does
P
matter
is
because when
still-
you're hot, then people start calling you to get the features.
Master P is still the biggest artist from No Limit.
I say
And
that's
also
by
you heard what
design.
Snoop Dogg said, right? Master P brought money
By
to
design
the
or
rap
not, he
game.
still is.
That's he definitely did. I'm not
Okay, so
We're not discrediting money. We're not discrediting none of that. We're not discrediting. Well, all I'm just saying is the fact
like
that
this man had the best
So
deal.
you think
this
Mr.
man
was
had the
more
best
influential
deal.
than Master P?
at
was?
one point he did.
At
This
one
man
point,
had the
whatever.
best deal. The best deal like when at the time when like rappers wasn't even getting
Yeah, he was.
a good like a label deal.
Yeah, he did at one time.
Exactly.
I don't know why you keep saying credentials. The two don't have to do with each other. It's not
Yeah,
like
that's influential.
you're acting like I'm calling him broke.
That's influential.
You can have all the credit. I'm not calling you. You can. That still doesn't
influential,
say I'm not calling him broke. He's still. That still doesn't mean he's influential.
Whatever
What?
you're saying is wrong, nigga.
I wouldn't say that. I say
Whatever you're saying
I'd say at one
about
point.
this No Limit conversation is you're wrong.
I can't
Come
say
on,
that,
man.
man.
There's no limit to the absurdity that comes out of your mouth on this subject, bro.
Who started the 504 boys? Who started all these? Come on, man.
Listen, they don't know what he's talking about, man.
I don't know, man. I'm saying if Mystical didn't do that jail stint, I was trying to see if
Just
there's
still or
any.
not.
Yeah,
Master
Mystical
P
had
is
his-
still
he
the
had his
biggest
time. He
artist
went
from
far,
No
yeah.
Limit,
I'm looking at
period.
their monthly listeners on Spotify. Them boys get just about the same 700,000 listeners each. So that was gonna be my.
And
I mean,
Master P.
Mystical got 750. Master P does 707. So it's not that far off.
And who's put out music more recently?
Master P.
No.
Yeah, Mystical ain't put out no damn music. Mystical put out a single. That's about it.
When's the last time Master P put out music, bro?
Don't put it past
It was-
him.
it was-
God.
it was-
I think he did something with Snoop Dogg, like not too.
But that was after Mystical or before Mystical.
Nah, he be having singles. He be going underground, dog.
Ain't nobody listening to those.
Yeah, nobody listen, but it happens. I'm just saying
That
It's not like it
whole
doesn't exist.
700,000 a month. That's his old catalog.
Yeah.
That's not no new catalog.
Yeah, let's not forget the time Master P tried to take out cursing out of hip hop. Remember?
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I
there was
don't
that.
remember that.
Was one time him and Romeo tried to get ahead of the censorship of hip hop, and they said we're gonna take out cursing and all this dope. Boy, they try to clean up. I think it was either New No Limit or something.
I thought he
they
was
tried
just
to
doing
clean
that
up.
for Romeo.
Yeah, they tried to do that shit ahead of time. I'm like, hold on, this nigga came up off of ghetto D hood shit, and he tried to really censor hip hop. Master P has so many phases, it's crazy that people don't realize that's how long he's been in the game. But I remember at one point, like, man, yo, get your old ass about it.
That nigga's an influencer.
He did try to, but if he wasn't in front of the camera,
He's gonna influence y'all niggas to get that Billy, like Greg said.
I don't see him getting the Billy now, though.
Yeah, you can't see it, man. You're not on that platform.
You're not a visionary.
You're not on that platform.
You're not a visionary.
You're not on
nigga.
that. You're not on that platform.
I don't see him getting it. I think there's some people that they get one windfall,
You're not on that
and
platform.
they keep letting us know of that windfall they did. Like his windfall was the music bag,
The man's already halfway
and
there.
and
bro.
he hasn't matched that music bag since.
But the man is already halfway there. All he's doing right now is just making deals.
But
He's gonna work. He's gonna work his deals to get there.
here's what I mean. You were saying, so look at all the people that got there. They got their music bag, and that became their least.
Everybody have their ways. There
that became
are
their
plenty of
least
paths.
way
There's
of
not-
making money.
There's
going
not
forward.
one path.
Master P been on that.
There are plenty
But
of paths.
his-
Master P's not trying to make money off of music.
I'm saying his windfall was music, and after that, them everyone else does structure get their other
And
deals.
now he's doing
built
business.
On top
Now
of
he's
saying.
making deals.
His windfall was music almost 20 years ago, and everything has just been licensing little shit that ain't really popping off.
And he's gonna keep
since.
doing that. He's gonna work his way up to a Billy.
You know what I'm saying? And usually with the licensing, how it works
Nigga, that
is
Billy coming, bro.
It's coming. He's halfway there. Bro.
Here's how it usually works: is you get the licensing.
You
Is,
telling that's how it's working now?
I'm showing you how the other people that his peers got it. How they
Other
the
people,
ones
okay.
that leaped them.
He ain't got to follow them.
I'm
there
just-
are many paths to
listen,
getting there.
I'm just saying his peers that leaped them, the way they got it is they stayed cool and they got licensing. They stayed cool and they got licensing and ownership.
So out of all the billionaires in the world, how many of them do you know that I'm
talking about from his genre. Out
how
of
many
the
of them
4
do
or
you know
5,
that are cool? How many cool billionaires you know out there?
I'm talking about of his 4 or 5. Out of his 4 or 5 from his sector. Because out of all the billionaires in the world, the chances are they're not going to make it statistically.
And most of them are not cool. Most of them are not cool.
So I'm doing off the 4 or 5.
Why does he have to be cool to be a billionaire?
That come from his background.
Most billionaires we don't even know.
That he's most likely to perform like. How they got it, how they jumped up is influence and
that's what's that's like
and
path that you saw.
He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have what, like, for example, they give Dre Beats by Dre. Dre probably don't know a damn thing about no headphone or anything like that. They know he's a good producer. He got good artists. We're going to put all your artists, we're going to make them put it on saying. And now as the shit take off, he gets a massive windfall check from that.
That's
we give Diddy. Diddy comes out with Ciroc. The other drinks, he stays cool, keeps throwing parties. He gets other artists to rock and shit.
That's another way.
The thing is, P can't even get other artists to get it.
He don't need other artists.
You see how that influence works?
P's about making his own product.
He don't need other artists. Why does he need other artists when he got like thousands of billionaires out there who done made their money like on so many other ways?
Diddy has his own product. Diddy has his own product, like the liquor and all that. The liquor, the liquor.
That was a partnership.
But I'm saying, but he had that. But he makes other artists influence it because Diddy's not in front of the camera. So that's what makes you. That's what makes
around before Puff, bro.
Exactly. All these liquors were around before them.
And the owner's a billionaire.
The rappers don't come out with brand new liquors. You know that, right?
The owner of Ciroc need artists.
All Master P.
Does Patron need artists?
What do you mean?
The owners are billionaires. Do they need artists?
No,
they didn't need artists
correct.
before.
But they're gonna. But in order to cut you,
so why does P need artists to become billionaire when these other guys don't need artists?
Listen, P hasn't been hot since 20 years now.
He doesn't need to be.
How he doesn't need to be? How y'all think do billions just fall from the sky now?
P's gonna get a product.
Most billionaires are not hot. Most billionaires are not famous. Most billionaires are not cool.
P's gonna get a product and it's gonna do great, and he's
gonna get products. The man's investing in real estate. He invests in land. He invests in everything.
Whatever
happens.
Gray,
come on, man.
What Gray is a serial entrepreneur.
That exists.
No, he's a serial entrepreneur. Praiser. He praises anyone that's a serial entrepreneur. But statistically, that's not how the billionaires are made. That exists. There exists. Come on,
so now you're telling people how billionaires are made.
I'm just saying.
We got thousands of billionaires that are made that are out there.
And there's
every category, every industry.
And everything else.
So now Nate's telling you like you need an artist to be cool to become a billionaire.
You know they can't hear y'all talking over each other, right?
I'm just like, I'm not saying that you have to be, but there are statistics. He's like the statistics are there.
That means there are thousands of ways to become a billionaire.
Are the odds for him or against him?
And those guys didn't need artists. Why does P need artists?
Okay. The thing is, he is using his influence to get there.
Okay, and he'll get there.
You know who's popping right now off his liquor? It just opened up the shits in Costco and everything off his wine. Your boy E40.
Okay.
You know why E40 is able to sell wine and liquor and all this other shit? Because E40 is still cool.
Is records on the charts. Is E40 going to become a billionaire?
Oh, he might. I'm pretty sure he could get that.
What if I'm sure he's not. E40 is not worth more than P right now.
Of course, because P had the windfall back then. But E40 now has the shit. E40 never had no windfall. Not no major.
E40 been around just as long as Master P.
But that's two different things, though. You can't say that's the same.
How is it two different things?
Listen, this dude
in his base in the West.
This dude's being distributed out of Costco. What do Master P got in Costco?
What does he need anything in Costco?
Oh, what is it? Come on, man. The man's in merchandising. How you not gonna...
Every billionaire doesn't have something in Costco.
But don't tell me. I'm just telling you, when it comes to right now, as far as product, he's not touching E40. E40, between his wine, this nigga selling wine, he didn't even sell wine to us. You know what I'm saying?
We don't even know about E40 products.
And his liquor.
So now you're going to say E40
E40's there. The thing is, and E40's staple, his shit is even outside of hip hop, it's selling. When Costco calls you for a shipment,
so you're saying P stuff's not selling?
Boys. I can't find P shit. Have you ever seen P shit in the
Yes,
world?
I have.
Where you seen it at?
I've seen the Rap Snacks had.
Man, Rap Snacks been around since I was 90-something.
And that's P shit.
Shit used to be $1. It's still $1.
And that's P shit. Yeah.
I don't know what Rap Snacks. No Rap Snack been around.
Noodles still cost $1, and that's like what $1 trillion industry.
Yeah, but I ain't never seen no Master P noodles.
Come on, man.
I know maybe 2-3 big noodle brands. I ain't never seen no Master P noodles. You said that's what I'm telling you. Don't act like it don't happen.
So hold on, noodles have been around for how long?
Why you don't want P to see that Billy, Nate?
That's hating, bro. That's hating, bro.
This is how y'all look at it. I'm looking at it from an objective standpoint.
Ejected.
It's being from an objective standpoint. I don't see how P would get there, especially now with the distraction.
Nate, you're not in that field. You're not on that level. You're not gonna see it.
Especially if being
you don't walk the path the men walk. You don't do the stuff
that's
the man does.
And
you don't live
either.
that life.
You just championing.
We can't see that.
But
stuff.
you just championing it's not gonna make him there. Based on what we
the man is already halfway there. Come on.
Yeah, he's been halfway there for 20 years.
Okay, it takes time.
You know how much leaps we've had since then? We've had the internet boom. We've had recessions. Okay. Every recession, a billionaire, that's when they usually make their most money. After X recession. And he's still at the same number. We've had 2 recessions now. He needs a third one to come along?
Sure.
If the nigga ain't cranking then,
why not? It takes time. Things take time.
Right, that nigga Nate just don't want to see.
If the nigga ain't cranking then,
I'm telling you, bro.
If the nigga ain't cranking then, he done for.
Nate don't want to see P get that Billy, bro.
You know what happened during this last
He was
recession?
the first guy to have like one of the best deal in hip hop.
Yeah, one of the first guys 20 years ago.
15% distribution deal where like he paid the label 50% and he get 85%.
20 years ago. That was
85%.
That was 20 years ago.
You still got rappers today signing 360
deals. He was
deals.
still the first, but he's still not the best because he didn't do it like Baby.
After all this time, he shouldn't still be the best.
Well, I'm just saying he did. Baby came in, took his
artists that came after him should learn from him and do better.
And they have. But I'm just saying, in the lane that he is,
So when you have like a guy like NBA YoungBoy who signed a deal for 5 albums for $2 million. From the same state as P, are you telling me that's a great deal?
I can't say. I don't know these new boys.
Exactly.
These new boys is different.
Exactly, and those are guys that came after him.
They're not all CEOs though. I can't say that.
And they should become CEO. They should learn about P. They should learn about ways that he have done deals.
Okay, let's say for example, here's one thing I meant to say.
Niggas get off this P train.
Okay, here's one thing I meant that.
Nate, you on the P train and you just hating on P.
I don't call that
straight hating on P.
He's one of the few rappers who own real estate, like
plenty of
first.
Listen, okay,
here's real estate
here's another,
out of his own hometown.
Here's another one that we
places.
have. I seen today. I was listening just yesterday. Wendy Williams was saying how she helped after she helped Baby get his Cash Money deal. She had to sue him to get her percentage. You know what I'm saying? And he said, he told her, look, man, if you sue me, you know what I'm saying? He like, if you sue me, if you're going to win, I'll pay you. That's the only way. If
that wasn't, that wasn't
not Wendy Day, the white lady.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, Wendy
you
Day.
say Wendy, they think you're talking about Wendy Williams.
Yeah, Wendy Day. And she said she had to sue me. And
I saw that interview. That interview's pretty old, though.
It made me, there was one from last year, she said, though.
Yeah, it was pretty old.
Made me realize that his business tactic might be fucked up. Here's me giving him the benefit of the doubt. He like, this game is so first of snakes and all that. I'm going to make sure I get paid first. And if anyone else wants to get their money, they're going to have to sue me because they're going to have to show in court why I owe them said so such and such. I can't just take your word for it because that's how people were getting ripped off. I just take your word. I owe you. I cut you a check. I just take your word. Now, since he gets paid first, now you have to show in court why I owe you. This, that, and the third. And he did that with everyone from his artists to his producers. Everyone. The only way you're going to get the money from me is when you go through court and you prove that I could listen to you. And meanwhile, I get to make the equity off it's a fucked up way of doing it. It's very Trump-esque, because it's fucking over the little guy. The big guy don't mind. They'll say, there's guys while they're suing Baby, they're still giving them beats. They're like, yeah, the shit was sort of set up.
And if a lot of those guys learn about like what you call that
contract,
the business side, contracts on how to make deals, they would have been better off.
They definitely would have been better off. He's leveraging it because the thing is,
usually artists like they mainly focus on their craft. They don't really like focus on the business.
What they messed up at is they allowed
artists are getting screwed over.
They allowed Baby to become stronger and stronger by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna sort it on the back, and I don't want to miss out on this artist's stuff." And they kept giving them beats. He keeps using your shit, keeps getting paid first, and he keeps owing you more and more. And you, meanwhile, your lawsuits take it further and further down. T-Pain still hasn't been paid for the songs he did with Wayne.
Yeah.
And you don't want to sue him because you don't want to lose access to Drake and a Nicki. And it keeps leveraging in his benefit. This dude said he done signed multiple $75 million deals. Because they said, what's the biggest you ever seen? He said, $75 million, $75 million. What time? He like, but we done got a couple of those since then. This got a different kind of fucking bag, but he's doing it at the expense of all these people either not wanting to be afraid to sue, or they're cool with being ripped off in the front end and taking a settlement on the back end. But I doubt they're ever getting what their full amount that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're suing on the back and he does a settlement, if he sat on your bed for 5-10 years and you sue him for $7 million, even if he gives you back that $7 million 10 years down the line, you lost all that interest. So it's a fucked up way of doing business, but either way, I think it's deliberately the way he's doing that. Maybe it's to protect his money.
Well, he does say it's deliberately, so
that he does that every contract.
Not a big thing.
What else do we have? We are in sports now, right? I guess that's somewhat of a segue. Sports, Master P, coaching. I guess we go into the NBA playoffs. Both teams are what, 2-2 right now?
Both teams 2-2.
Atlanta and Milwaukee.
Milwaukee lost. Atlanta lost Trae Young from stepping on the referee's foot, rolled his ankle. He's out for at least this game. I don't know how long he's going to be out. And today, the Bucks lost fucking Giannis. Hyperextended his knee. That nigga's going to be out for a few games.
Think so?
Yeah. That shit looked horrible, nigga. That nigga whole knee was on the opposite side.
Okay, but is Paul George balling at least? Because I see online there's this whole scrutiny talking about how when Paul George balling, everybody online act like they blind.
He's balling.
When he's doing bad, all the hate's there. But when he's balling, everybody act like they don't see it.
It's because
they hating. Yeah,
it's because
especially that crossover he did on Chris Paul. Oh man!
But it's at the worst times he decides to miss free throws. Like when they need 2 free throws and he's at the line, got 2 free throws and missing both of them bitches. You just see the Clippers owner shaking his head and we see Paul George miss those free throws at the end of the game when they needed them. So, but he's been hooping.
I'll be cool with Atlanta winning this year. You know what would be crazy? If the Clippers fuck around and win, your boy gets another chip and don't even have to fucking play. Kawhi.
Oh, man.
That'd be his fucking 3rd chip and don't even have to play. That'd be fucking fantastic. So it's like getting one off a bat. That was saying off a what's saying, but there was a thing online talking about they love how Kawhi treats the NBA like it's a regular job. The nigga he's taking vacation days. He saying paid time off, rolling holidays. They're like, hey, you coming north end? Nah. It's a championship. Nah, I ain't coming, bro. So we'll see if that works.
But that's the thing. People don't realize this is a job. It might be entertainment for us, but that's these niggas' jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't feel like...
Nigga build up his sick days. He got to use them.
That's what's crazy, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because how injured? What's his injury?
I think it's something with his legs or knee, something like that. He got an ACL thing. I think a partial tear or something like that.
Because usually when that chip's right around the corner, you can smell it. Niggas say, fuck it, I'm coming back. But, your boy say he's out. If he could pull it off, it'd be crazy. I wouldn't mind. You know what I'm saying? I want I guess I'll get Atlanta pretty much. I don't really have any favorites in the team, but I wouldn't mind either Atlanta or the Clippers.
Nah, I want the Suns to take it. Get Chris Paul that
chip.
That ring.
Well, is he back now?
He's back playing.
From COVID restrictions?
In other news in sports, did we talk about Lala and Carmelo getting a divorce?
We didn't. No.
I feel we did we not?
We talked about him having a baby, but now it's like official. She's divorcing him.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers on it. You know the internet. The internet has no sensitivity at all. Them motherfuckers said Carmelo got 1 ring and he's about to lose that. Bruh. I'm like, damn, they out here.
It's a perfect time for a divorce, though.
Why?
Okay, I like
everybody getting divorced every year.
Not only that, it's the fact that your boy, what's his name, Kwame Brown, once the media turns against you, can't affect you. It's affecting Melo because Melo been playing at a veteran's minimum for like the last 3 years. 1 year he didn't even play at all after he left.
What does that have to do with perfect time? That money's still been building up.
But he's probably going to get one more big contract, you don't think? Or you don't think there's no more?
Nah, there's no more big contract for him.
Guess how much he's getting paid right now, bro? The dude makes $2.1 million a year. His counterparts are making $40 million, up to $40 million.
Yeah, but
this man make $2 million.
He's not getting another big contract. He's not getting another big contract.
Well, I guess
big contracts are like 6 years, bro. No one's giving him 6 more years on a contract.
But you don't think he could get like good 1 year deals? Is he supposed to keep playing off $2 million a year?
He ain't getting a big bag, bro.
You don't think he get an $8 million, $10 million contract?
Might catch us $4, $5, $6 million deal, but he ain't getting no big contract.
He's been getting $2 million these last few years, which is minuscule, bro. With their lifestyle, he's probably just been keeping the lights on. $2 million a year because half that shit's going to taxes. You know what I'm saying? That shit is to me is crazy, even though he got other endorsements. But maybe now before get this divorce over and done with, and then now I can go ahead and see if I can get me a quick $8 million, $10 million contract.
It still ain't gonna. It still ain't gonna matter with the money he's losing.
I don't know if they have any prenup or anything like that.
Who knows? But he's still gonna end up coming out of pocket, and his future earnings ain't gonna be nowhere near what he's gonna lose in this divorce if they have to split anything.
Yeah. Fuck it, Melo, man. He tripping, man.
Yeah, all the big bucks he got at the beginning. Or the big contracts.
Well, the thing is, what happened is he could have still got it. He could have still got it because they gave them all the players went to year-to-year contracts. Them boys were making a killing, hitting them over there.
He did that too.
No, he didn't. Remember, he did when he went to New York, he had signed the regular one, and then he didn't want to when they wanted him to leave New York, he didn't want to exercise it. He exercises no trade clause.
He got his bag, bro.
Yeah, he got his bag. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He exercised no trade clause, and that's when your boy Phil Jackson and the NBA, all the media turned against him. They made New York hate him, and after that, the next season when his contract was finally up, no team picked him up.
Yeah, and there was a contract he signed with Atlanta where like he never even played for Atlanta.
Yeah,
where that was like $1 million. That was $1 million a month.
They signed him. They executed his contract. They signed him just to bench him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is really fucking insulting. You know what I'm saying? It's like
but he made $1 million. He made $1 million a month for that. Yeah.
It's like if you see Moneyball, there's a scene in there, and he told the guy, he said, "How much you think I pay you?" Like, the guy said, "Well, I might not be that bad. You pay me $10 million a year." He said, "No, actually, I pay you $3 million. Your old team pays us $7 million. That's how much they didn't like it. They pay you $7 million to play against them." It's shit like that, but it's one of those things. Yeah, they benched him, and then the following year he had no team. That's when he did that. He went around doing the media thing. Like, you mean I can't be sixth man out of all the team?
I don't think he benched. He got benched. They traded for his contract,
and then they never played him.
Yeah, I don't think he ever made it to the city because then they traded him to OKC.
Yeah, and the team just never used him.
He never even made it to the city.
But he got paid though.
Yeah, he got paid. They could have used him. He's still there. They just like, I don't even come in.
He never even put on.
Why not? He still got paid.
He never suited up.
Look, if I'm paying for you, you can still come. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing what my money's going to. But
it was a deal, bro. That's how deals work.
But the NBA, because he didn't go out on the NBA's terms, they did work out against him, and now they're getting the money back. Now you're getting a top tier player.
Trying to get back at him. Yeah.
Now you're getting a top tier player for pennies on the dollar. $2
But this
million.
is the second time him and Lala is going through this. So you think she's gonna leave this time?
Oh, she gone.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What reason she got to stay on? He's not at his peak anymore. He's only making $2 million a year. She's used to a $20 million a year nigga, man. That's 10%. You come back over 10%.
That mean she's spending that much money.
Tommy
anyway.
making
still
$20 million.
But that's not her real dude. But you know, just saying, but you know what I'm saying? But even Tommy can pull $2 million a year. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't dropping jits on me. You know,
I'm trapping.
Yeah, so he dropped 3 kids on it. It's a violation. So one eye. But the fact that he
the other one was a twin, bro. So that count as one. That's just one slip up.
3 kids.
That's one slip up, end up with 2 kids. Ain't a big deal. If you could take the one.
She's like, I ain't gonna sit here and look stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you. He's still young, which means he probably still got lots of fuck ups in his bag. He probably not gonna get married again until he's Michael Jordan's age. You know, you trick off some of the bread in the beginning. And when you're old, you be a wild boy. And when you get very old, then you settle back down again.
And he just won he just won an award too. It was like it's a philanthropy award that the NBA started out, and he's the first recipient of it. So he's out here blessing the streets.
He's blessed. That's what I'm saying. I was like, maybe if he act
that comes out with slinging a little dick to these little thoughts.
Casting these blessings.
Hey. It's part of giving to the streets. You got to sling a little dick.
That's why I think if he could hurry up and get the divorce finalized, he's in the NBA's good graces now. They'll be able, you can talk to him, cut me a nice little $10, $12 million check for 2 years. This $2 million is unreasonable. They don't make no damn sense, bro.
Hey, you want to play ball? That's what they're paying. He go get the check.
He do want to play ball, but it ain't like he's playing good now. It's like he's still no defense, but he's balling still. You can still count on him. Good 6-man pay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trash.
Especially like this is the number 2 guy.
Yeah.
Of the what was it, 2003 draft?
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. He was a monster. It might just be a confidence thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Once he gets back to he was on a good team this year, so who's to say?
He's balling. He's playing good.
Exactly. So it's definitely worth more than $2 million.
He ain't about to go get no big deal like you think.
Because he's on his last.
He's on his last limb.
If he goes back to balling,
because the people he came with, all of them retired except LeBron.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Dwayne Wade, I think came in with Dwayne Wade, Bosh, all them.
But Bosh is through injuries. Dwayne Wade's the only one that actually just decided to take himself out.
Nigga, body was done. Ain't no taking himself out. Nigga, when your body's done, the body's done.
That was the old way. The way the league changed to now.
I thought Wade could have went a little longer.
Especially with the league being a shooting league now.
Yeah,
D-Wade had shot, and he could have added some more years to D-Wade, especially how the league's turning to now with everybody doing threes.
D-Wade was never known for being a shooter, bro.
So I think
he's going to just become a shooter,
mid-range.
Yeah, but that's
now
not
these
where the league's
motherfuckers are
at.
shooting shit far. Yeah, let's shoot rockets now.
You had to be able to put that in your game, and LeBron is slowly adding it to his game, the long range, but it's not that easy.
Time, yeah.
It's not
LeBron
easy,
had the power to shoot the long range. That's the thing, is it? But the way they have the game switching,
it ain't about power, well, it's about accuracy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That still matters.
Making the shot. Everybody can hit the rim.
Yeah, just practice.
Except that nigga Greek freak. That nigga can't hit the rim on a free throw. Niggas, I was like, God, this nigga missed like three. He airballed 3 free throws in the first half of this game, bro.
Yeah, there's people still cheering for him. They're like, we can't have the MVP of the NBA. What, he got it 2 years in a row?
Yeah, he won it two years in a row one time.
Yeah, and they're like, we can't have him getting it. And we can't have him get 2 MVPs and not get a chip. Nah, it's not gonna sit right with the NBA. And one of those 2 years, LeBron got snubbed. So like, if we want to show LeBron didn't get snubbed, we gotta let this guy get at least 1 chip.
Yeah, how that nigga shooting at that line.
Not how he played.
How shooting at that line ain't gonna be no chip, bruh.
Them boys barely beat Brooklyn. What else we have with sports? I had something else within sports.
I guess the boxing, Davis moved up 2 weight classes and knocked the nigga out.
Yeah, but
that nigga, that was a beast, bro.
Like the nigga who's taller than him, had longer reach than him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
He has more power.
That's crazy.
That boy's a beast.
Hit buddy on the body just folded up, bro. Like, Jesus. Lucky the ref stopped the fight. So it saved some years off that dude's career. You know what I'm saying? Don't get the pounding.
Right. It's better the referee stop because it's harder to come back from a technical knockout than an actual knockout.
It'll help your confidence. Exactly.
Because
like,
those guys that get
I was still in it, but the ref stopped it.
Right. The guys that get that KO,
yeah, that shit
they never come back the same, bro.
Exactly.
like Manny Pacquiao, for instance.
Nigga
Manny Pacquiao ain't Manny Pacquiao. He's not no exception. Once that nigga got knocked out, it was no longer that.
But that
fierce.
wasn't his first knockout though. There's not the fear. People may not have fear, but he's still been knocking people out since. He's lost maybe two losses since then.
Pacquiao's not the same since that cold knockout. That nigga was knocked out for like 45 minutes. Ain't no coming back from that.
They insulted him by leaving on the floor that long.
What you want? You can't just be moving niggas
like
around.
45 seconds. But they did insult him by leaving on the floor that long. They left him on the floor for a little too long. And it was the meme era. The memes came flying, bro.
You can't just move niggas around once the nigga injured, bro.
They put the Serta mattress, memes, all this type of shit. Damn. So it was in the peak, but his record is still very great. Him and Mayweather is going back and forth the other day. Mayweather said, I'm glad I just don't have to fight for money anymore. This, that, and the thing. Saying, look at Pacquiao. Pacquiao's your brother. Said, look, he said he's not fighting for money. He loves knocking out people that's still undefeated. He loves honor, showing, holding up his country.
You can say all you want, nigga.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's fighting for money. This dude's a fucking, like a senator where he's at. He got bread. You got American money in a foreign country. You're like a god over there, bro. It's a different kind of bag. But yeah, I think he's a warrior. He really is fighting just for the sake of fighting. He's not out here trying to say I'm doing little, what's the shit Mayweather's doing?
Exhibitions.
You know what I'm saying? If anyone's,
nigga, Mayweather was always in it for the money.
Yeah, Mayweather's fighting for money.
Yeah.
But for him to act like everyone's in there for that, like this guy's not in it for the money like you. You're in it for the money. You see easy money. Even Mayweather's smart enough to not fight real fights.
If you're fighting just the fight, you're a psychopath.
But there's lots of psychopaths in the league, though.
Niggas just fighting the fight, not for the bread. You're a psychopath.
Listen, man, there's some niggas that are psychopaths. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not just for the bread, I guess.
It's not, but they like fighting. You know, some niggas like fighting. Mayweather may not like fighting.
If you would have a fight without the bread, I don't think he'll do it.
Exactly. I don't know. Some of these niggas will. Some of them are psychopaths, bro.
Look at your boy who just won right now, who went up 2 rings. They just fought this weekend.
Who? Triple G?
Yeah, Triple G. I feel with him, based on how he's talking, he's doing exactly what he was made to do, though. Dude can barely speak.
I'm telling you, bro, these niggas are psychopaths, bro. If you just fighting to fight, you love fighting, you love punching people and getting punched, you're a psychopath, nigga. If there's not a big check, and you're not doing it for that big check, bro, you a psychopath. Yeah, that's like most of the niggas in UFC.
MMA, yeah.
Yeah, those niggas are psychopaths because you're not getting
top dollar. Yeah.
You're not getting top dollar, then going in there and getting your face all punched up and shit like that. Those are psychopaths, bro.
Getting 40,000.
Yeah, bro. Niggas is wild.
Yeah, so Galante, he said he don't even mind going up a weight class or going down. He's gonna do whatever the team do. He's a team player. That's the only thing that sucks though with boxing is that I know that these guys aren't being paid their worth. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few. It's kind of like the whole thing's fucked up. In boxing, there's only a few making that bread. In MMA, barely anyone's making that bread. You know what I'm saying? When you know the money's
a lot
there.
better than MMA.
Yeah,
boxing a lot better, but there's still only a few guys that are making that. But
compared to MMA, where you're only getting like 40.
Well, that's the thing. See,
20.
in boxing, you can go your own business route.
Yeah.
And MMA ain't no business route. That person already set the business plan.
Exactly.
It's his business.
Exactly.
He's paying you what he's going to pay you. In boxing, you could go the business route and be your own promoter for your fight and all that shit and make a bigger bag. Ain't none of that shit in what's the shit? What's the abbreviation? UFC.
UFC, yeah. The thing with UFC though, if you make yourself a personality, you get yourself hot, then you get the bag. So it's kind of like there's no subtle.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna get the bag you worth.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Compared to like
you're never gonna get the bag you worth.
MMA, the average boxer make what? Dimny and M, 100,000.
Yeah, once you start getting good, you can make $1 million, $2 million off boxing. MMA, only the top tier guys. You got to be top. He's
even making $1 million.
Yeah, make $1 million. Yeah, so you got to be top tier. You got to be good 10 fights undefeated, good scorecard, and then once you get popping, then when you start popping,
but in boxing, you don't have to be at the top of the top to make that.
And you get the worst
in boxing.
Punishment.
You could be on Showtime. And we don't really know who your name is. You got $1 million. You just had $1 million belt.
And even like in UFC, fighting the top of the top don't get you that bread like in boxing when you fight the top of the top.
No.
Because like
it works in favor of whoever the jar. Yeah.
That's it. That's weird, bro.
It forces you to become a character, and then MMA, the franchise working against you because they don't want to pay you. So as soon as you get the ring, the champion, he's lining you up with a fucking killer to knock your head off. So because that killer, he don't have to pay much. You get it? He wants to get the next guy to ring. He wants that belt to transfer hands as quick as possible because the fans are coming regardless. That's the issue. Once you win the MMA, Dana White's lining your ass up, trying to get your ass up out of there.
And those niggas that's in the UFC talking about I love the fight. You know they really love the fight because that bread ain't there.
But that's why. But every now and then you got the guys with the cheat code like McGregor. You know what I'm saying? You got some of these guys that they're able to talk the part, be a good character.
And you know the top three big dogs in the UFC are all black guys from Africa. Mm-hmm. So
another way to cheat around MMA is where if you come in, if you're already popular, they're gonna pay you. So that's why if you're a wrestler,
Brock Lesnar,
Brock Lesnar. Yeah, if you came from wrestling and you go there and you bring your audience, they'll pay you top dollar for because you're gonna get the box office. So that's what matters to them. But either way, with the Paul brothers, them boys are really changing the game. Yeah, they're in the cell. Them boys are being sued right now, MMA. There's a class action lawsuit because they gobbled up all the competition, and then everyone that signed to them have like 6, 7. They got bad deals, 6, 7 fight contracts. But Dana White, you don't perform in 2 contracts, he just doesn't book you any more fights, and you can't really go anywhere. So it's like you have a label deal, they shelf your ass, but you can't even go fight anywhere else. So they're doing a class action
Niggas
lawsuit.
just got to sign better contracts. That's it.
But there's no game in town. It's not in boxing. You don't have to fight in US. You can go. There's different other. That UCF is literally the Bellator is another one, but it's smaller. They literally ate up all the competition. You know what I'm saying? And they're really like the only league. So it's really not no other place. What other place outside of UCF do you know? It's like the official league. You don't really notice them. You can't really notice them.
None of them are big.
Yeah, you can't go there.
But there's a whole bunch of them. They just
they're
small as shit.
But it's the fact that you can't. He won't allow it.
Yeah, I know.
He gives you 5, 6.
You under that contract. That's why niggas just got to sign better contract. They got to start signing one fight contracts, and they have to put in there that hey, once I'm done, I can fight wherever I want to. There's no compete. You
can't trick them with that signing that fight, getting that 100,000, 200,000, signing that 5 contract deal.
And you have a no compete in your contract as well. That's why they can't go fight elsewhere.
Because there's a few good fighters that never made it to UCF because Dana was never paying them the rights. That they were in other organizations. They were retired now. So we like to believe that UCF had the best fighters in the world, but there's a few that they miss because Dana never wasn't paying their worth. Yeah. They conquered their field, but now they never went over. You know, Dana White's the same version as it did the same shit that your boy did with the WWF, WWE. That's the ultimate fucking Vince McMahon. That's the ultimate finesse. That nigga bought out every competition there is. And then once he finally bought WCW, and then he bought it, and now there's just a bunch of different WWEs. What I don't get is he'll buy a company from you, and a couple years later, that same guy creates another wrestling thing. I was like, is there a non-compete for X amount of years? Like, how can I keep buying the same thing from you all?
You selling a product.
But I can't keep buying from you every goddamn time, bro. He sells it. Turner sells it to him. That used to be on WCW. And then he comes back and comes out with TNT. After TNT, a couple, 3-4 years later, he builds another one up all over again. And then Vince keeps buying from the same guy, either Turner or a former vice president. I'm like, bro, I thought you buying people out to kill the competition. Yeah, but every few years, the nigga come back.
Niggas make product, bro.
And it ain't new product. He's getting your old fighters and rebuilding a whole league around them. So he'll build a league around Hulk Hogan, Sting, people that you fired that were hot, but they already got fanfare. Build them up, and now you got to buy them out all over again. That shit, to me, that practice is kind of crazy. I was like, they're better off just like allowing it to be 2 different things.
It's called business, bro.
He had XFL.
Yeah.
That never really took off.
Vince McMahon's still the greatest finesser in sports history, though. The fact that we watch it on ESPN right now, the fact that when wrestlers are released, it makes it to ESPN and all that. The people's contracts are released when they're extended. It's all reported like real fucking sports.
Like it's a real fight.
Yeah. So when people get fired, like they'll have like a mass Friday, like if the numbers are down, they'll release like 4 or 5 wrestlers. And you know what I'm saying? There's when they release writers, the shit they treat the shit like a legit business. The shit is traded on the stock thing. But like, God damn, this dude for a fucking fake thing, this man made $1 billion on this dude's a master finesser, bro.
It's about product, bro. Product, B.
Yeah, and that wrestling game is a different beast. We had something else in sports, man. I don't know how it slipped my mind. We already brought up the Jamel Hill deal, the NBA playoffs. You guys brought up the Carmelo with the Jets. Maybe that was it as far as the pay rate thing. We have that NFL player that came out as
that's gay, yeah.
Yeah. Did they make any news?
Oh yeah, that shit was all over the place. First active player that's like not in his downfall actually comes out as gay. Plays what team he play for?
Was it Raiders?
Yeah, I think so, something like that.
He gonna have to ball though. He gonna have to ball down because you know how the NFL get done.
I don't think he's gonna get much hate.
Why? You think NFL is all about political correctness inside the locker room?
Yeah, but
the NFL is about political correctness outside. But if you don't mesh,
I'm saying as long as he performs, he's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's when he's gonna have to perform. But even if he's not performing the slightest, when niggas in the locker room, I ain't really fucking that nigga. Like, oh, sorry, you gotta go. NFL, that's one of the good things. The motherfuckers is like I tell you, I be watching the Hard Knocks. They about their business. Dog. This shit don't flow. This shit's not meshing. Get them up out of there.
Yeah, that's everybody, not just because he's gay, though.
I'm saying because he's gay, let's say the other players are homophobic, they're not meshing with him for that reason. It might not be a thing of his
That's
own.
the thing. Like,
they're going to let Chaz go because you're not meshing with the team.
That's the thing. Like, these players that come out gay, the whole team already knew he was gay. He's just announcing it to the public, but the whole team already knew he was gay.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of players that are on teams that are gay, there's a lot more players that are gay. They just don't come out, but the whole team already know that they're gay.
Or they suspect
They don't suspect. They know.
They know they're like,
yeah, they know. So it's just about coming out to the public. But the players ain't gonna have no problems with it because they already know they're gay.
Yep. What else do we have? You seen the Olympics pre-trials are going around, the prelims.
Track and field. All I've been seeing is track and field a lot.
Track and field. I feel we're hyping up black girl right here running, making a killing. I think she's from South Carolina.
No, Texas.
Yeah,
with the color hair.
Yeah, and we hyping up all these races as if we don't realize Jamaica's coming. America really does have a way of making it seem like it's bigger than we hyping her up. She doing great, but don't act like we ain't know who been running the fucking track and field the last 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah, but is Jamaica?
Man, Jamaica's always in it. Yeah, Jamaica's always. They don't get no shine till it's Olympic time. That's what they do. So I was like, oh, he gassing up like it's not happening. Like y'all don't realize.
She could
from
get
everything, from the hurdles.
She still could get it.
She's a beast, but I don't think we got something for Jamaica. We haven't had one, you know what I'm saying, in a while. Like, Jamaica has the world's fastest man and fastest woman over there, you know what I'm saying? And what happens, just like anything else, once you see it and the people start believing it, it just breeds more of it.
This year it'll change.
Yeah, all right. America used to have the fastest when we used to have Tyson Gay and what's the other guy's name? We used to have the fastest. And then, but once Jamaica got the rings of it, and niggas ain't been looking back since, though. It's like, once one Jamaican see another person, they're like, shit, I could do that. They start practicing 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I think they beast is now. She's younger. She caught the record. She like the number 2 fastest record out there. She did at a younger age, but you know, it makes you think what's going to be breeding for it. What's going to stem from it. There's the other one where the lady, she did when they're doing when they're, you know how they're doing handing out their medals or they're playing the American anthem. The black lady, she did she put like her head down and she put athlete activists. So some people are giving her flack because that.
What was it, a politician?
Senator talking about. I think they need to just pour her credentials, get her out of there. You know what I'm saying. You know these white folks don't. That's one thing they hate is when you take your American issues to the world stage. So.
Also, I'm not getting like that girl that from Texas. She's been getting a lot of backlash from guys. It's saying like she looked too masculine. I don't know what the hell that is.
What girl from Texas?
The runner.
The runner.
What do you mean too masculine? Like
she's too muscly, but she's a fucking superstar athlete.
She's an athlete. Yeah.
How you think I become the fastest person in the world or this part of the world without being super
It's just been
tall?
weird, man. It's like a lot of these dudes.
But they said the same shit about Serena. You're not gonna.
We're living in a weird time.
You're not. You're like.
But now I really gotta question these dudes' masculinity. Like like it's just like, are you feeling like insecure or?
But it's a thing like, just why are you even sexualizing?
But
her?
this should have started like
since
I would say like since the Republican been saying that about Michelle Obama.
Because her arms.
It's almost like a trend since then.
It's been going on because they used to say it about
you got these these wrinkled
ass people. Yeah.
What the hell y'all gotta say, bro? Like,
but they used to say it about Serena as well because her arms are real swole. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause she lifts weights to make sure to get the edge on. But that's what goes on. Look, you ever see Gabby Douglas's legs and all that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, media was really hating on Gabby Douglas.
there's that one girl on TikTok when she does dances.
The
swole white girl. She does dances and people are just like they hit. She's a gymnast. That's the reason she's swole. So it's like that's how their edge looks. That's how they keep their edge. It's there for a purpose. Ain't like they just lifted weights to make it look good. They're athletes, but people are trying to sexualize that. Like that shit. It's some goofy shit. It don't really make no sense to me.
It's a bunch of weirdos. Young generation weirdos.
You know how to get down. What else we have? We have online. We still have the battle of the simps and what's the counter to the simps? Because the guys are calling guys here simps.
Pick-me's.
The pick-me's.
Pick-me's. The females are pick-me's.
The pick-me's are the females that sides with guys that, hey, pick me.
All right.
What they had
simps are the guys that
like,
do everything for the
about
females.
calling guys simps was Russell Wilson. Guys are calling him simps because he chose Sierra, who had a baby.
How the fuck is that a simp?
It's crazy. It's weird, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense at all.
I guess they call him a simp because
he really praises
anytime
her.
you're a stepdad, they call him your simp nowadays.
He praises her. You know, he said, I guess it was an interview he was on, and they asked him, what is he feared losing most in life? And he said her.
That's his wife.
Exactly. And for that, a lot of guys went out.
Now, once you got kids, the kids come first. You got to say the kids.
It's just different dynamics. Some people look at it differently. Some people say
it depends. If she's still able to reproduce, she's still first.
Exactly.
Yeah. She still is. Yeah, she's pretty young still.
I know.
So it's not even that. It's we're in a different era, man, because we're in the man spear, and we're in the woman haters, and we're in the male haters, and the I don't need a man spear. It's like so much overlap.
Me too spear.
Me too. It's just so much over. You know what I'm saying? A guy can't even love his wife out here without you got guys online. First you either have the 50-50 guys. She either got to have half. You know what I'm saying? She needs everything coming equally. Which, if they want to do that, then okay, it's a 50-50 world. I can understand that. Mm-hmm. But if it's not a 50-50 world, they don't mean the guy's tricking or anything like that. They're like, it's simping. That's the
only
thing.
the niggas that don't have it complain.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah, it is. Then you got the fake alpha who I guess like they're not providing, not doing anything, but they expect for the woman to be taking care of him, woman to be doing everything while I don't know what the hell he does.
It's pimp culture. What he does is he's in her mental mind and taking you for that bag. So,
if you're not running shit, if you don't control shit, and I don't see how you could be alpha, like. Because ain't nobody really gotta listen to you. You don't affect shit.
But money is not your
you don't run anything.
Money is not your.
But money's big though.
Exactly. Money is not your only way from being an alpha. Because some guys think it's just money.
That's big though. If it's not that, then you just a nigga with attitude. You just like
exactly. But money is not your ultimate.
Alpha you just need to be the leader.
Exactly. Because money
leadership.
Some people use money as a way to manipulate the relationship. Like, I'm in charge, and I control the money. But that just means you don't really have a spouse or a wife. You got an employee. Mm-hmm. You don't have to put a title there. You can hire anyone that you want to control with your money. You know what I'm saying? It's still just different leadership. And then you have people that are. It's just a constant different people bickering. Didn't you see this past weekend of the girl? The thing I tell you about the podcast, the girl that when she broke up with her boyfriend,
that nigga still paying his bills,
and he's still paying her bills.
That's a simp.
That's I can't even say it's a simp.
That's a simp.
It's simp behavior, but he's a boss, and like there's rules apparently don't apply for the boss. It ain't tricking if you got it. It don't mind it. To me, I would not do it. There's no logical reason.
It's a simp.
But maybe to him, you're like, I keep it took care of because I'm gonna go back there anytime. That's the only logical.
But that's
reason
the thing. He's not allowed to go back there.
To us, she's saying that he's not allowed to go back there.
She done moved in and a whole nother dude into the place.
So who's the bigger simp? Who's the bigger simp? The dude that moved into the house or the dude's paying the bill?
You know another thing is, it's a lot of these dudes who are with these girls, knowing that these girls are like making money smashing other dudes.
Exactly.
So shit crazy out here, bro.
So who's worse? The guy that's paying the old ex that still pays for her spot, or the new guy that moved in there knowing that she got to do paying for her old spot?
And it's funny, it's a lot of these dudes calling themselves
they both is ridiculous, and both is out of pocket.
Because to me,
both of them niggas out of pocket.
The new guy might just be as much as a go-getter as she is. He's just as gritty. But to me, he's definitely not an alpha. You pay my girl shit. Yeah. He's definitely not an alpha. He's just
relationship would never work. That's why that relationship didn't work either.
Yeah.
Like, she's not going to have no respect for you if you can let this shit continue to happen.
and you just in here talking about let that nigga pay, we gonna stack up our money. Nigga,
it's wild.
And you're not even getting the kind of money he getting.
Because he paid for your lifestyle.
I understand if you was getting the same kind of money he was getting.
Yeah.
And you just let that nigga do what he do. He's a jackass. I'm gonna let that jackass do what he do. But if you're not getting his kind of money, you just in there looking like
anytime he want to yank it back, he
crazy.
yank it back.
And some people are saying that the dude's a simp. They're doing it.
Dude is a simp for doing it.
He might be, but the type of money that's in the streets right now, niggas really got a lot of money to play with. It might be money, like we say, money that you ain't got no plans with.
But what,
like, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of money that
after she comes out public and say that, right?
She'd have probably fucked her blessings up.
That's fucking up your shit. Like, how he supposed to feel? You come out and tell everybody this shit. Because I know there's people around them that know, ain't that your ex? Ain't that your ex? That's out here saying you still paying her bills and shit.
Yeah, he like, I got cut off. He like, hey, number 7, she got to go. He probably got 6 other ones he paying for. You get it? Hey, number 7, she couldn't keep her mouth shut. Take her off the payroll.
That's what's wrong with these new chicks. They want
take off payroll.
They want to be out here looking like boss chicks. They want to be out here looking like boss chicks, savages. I got this nigga paying for this. Sometimes, bitch, you just gotta shut up and just take that bread and keep it pushing. You ain't gotta be all up on
seen that fucking
podcast
happen.
Bullshit and putting the nigga business out on blast.
We seen it happen with the LA Clippers owner. He was paying for his girl's spot.
Donald Sterling. Yeah.
Donald Sterling was paying for the girl's house. Is that a third? Yeah. They're like, look, man, I'm paying for all this. You come to the game. Just don't pull up with the nigga. I don't want to see with no niggas in the front row, especially that nigga. That nigga got AIDS and all that. I want to see that. And this nigga got the nerves to record him and release it. Bro. That's when you got to call HRA. Take off payroll.
These bitches are stupid, bro.
She violated. He was saying some foul shit, but why are you airing me out? I'm blessing you.
She saw that bag coming to an end. That's why she recorded.
Maybe she knew
that bag was coming to an end. But you can't just be...
She thought she was going to stop Sterling's bag. Sterling sold the team, but still owns the land, so now they still pay him in lease. He made a killing. Motherfucker just won. He just won. That's why he got the cash out. Him and his wife pretend like they're going to have a divorce.
He bought the team when it was like... it cost him like $300-400 M. And right now, like when he sold it cost him like what? He sold it for like maybe like a couple billion.
Yeah, it was definitely a flip.
Yeah, definitely a flip. And he still owns the land.
So yeah, these chicks that out here, they just these chicks, they just stupid, bro. There's no reason for you to go out and give that information out because you got a good deal and you fucking up your shit.
Yeah, it comes. There's a lot of things that's out there that's kind of
that's weird, bro.
Between the space and men and women right now, there's a lot of strange things that's going on. A lot of guys allow a lot of girls to do a lot of weird shit because of the money. Mm-hmm. My girl's a boss. This girl got on OnlyFans. This girl got like that ain't really your girl, but that's our girl. That's the world's girl.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We all can see what you see. You know what I'm saying? It's the world's girl, really. You know what I'm saying? But you executing, she got money. Money, like I said on this podcast, I said I don't know how it's gonna work as far as for black folks, as a culture when both sexes are sold and throw all the money. Mm-hmm. It's usually one of the sexes. You know what I'm saying? Because you need. One gotta have morals, you know what I'm saying? One of us gotta have the morals. We both can't be out here.
And who should it be?
Getting everything by any means. I'm not saying who should it be. It's a free one, but you need at least one. You need at least. I'm gonna go say. I'm gonna say at least one. You
gotta say who should it be. You gotta say who should it be.
It's usually the guy that's about the bread.
Exactly.
Because he like I'm about to do some foul shit, but we gonna get his bread. But nowadays, some of these guys like, hey, my girl does all the foul shit. I just go to work. We both eat. But, there's a different kind of men out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're different. Yeah.
We're in a different type of era right now. So it's wild, though. But I do think there's consequences or...
Definitely is. Huh?
Yeah, we're in a strange time, though. You know what I'm saying? There's guys that... the old ways would never work. Either having stay-home wives or anyone staying home. Some people ain't looking into that. It's wild.
Well, times are different back then. Like you could do that because like you only need one income to take care of everything. But now
well, not only that,
now you need multiple incomes.
It also has its benefits. Like there was one that I was watching something called the black tax back in the days. Let's say if you made $50,000 a year, let's say you'd be taxed. let's say 7 or 10%, right? If you made $100,000 a year, or let's say if you made more than $75,000, you'd be taxed, let's say 15%. So a person that made $100,000 a year, when they file married, it'd be joint income. They'd only be paying 10% because it'll be split. 50, a black person wasn't likely to make $100,000 a year. It would be two black couples both making 50 at the max. They're both getting taxed 50%. So they're losing. You get it, 10,000, while the white couple was only losing the 5. That was a black tax. So the person even making more than you still making. So it made sense for the white person to have someone at home, but the black folks, because like we already know that the black folks, even though we have education and degrees, we still getting paid less than a dropout. That was a secret black tax. So that's why, you know, how like they're showing. That's why some people saying, damn, they make all the benefits out here. That's another thing I see online. People complaining how married couples get all the benefits, all the tax write-offs. They're like, what the fuck? Why
get married?
People online complaining.
Don't hate.
People online complain about people with kids.
When did the show this complaints?
They complain about people with kids. They complain about people that are married.
Complaints up, man.
And I was like, listen, society rewards the behavior.
Do what's required.
I like society rewards the behavior they want you to do.
Yeah.
If they want you to have kids, they're gonna cut a check for you to have kids. They want you to get married, they're gonna cut a check.
Do what's required.
Exactly.
Do what's required.
If you want that check, do what's required of it. That's all it is. That society has a certain behaviors that they reward. They reward companies with zero taxes because the company employs a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's their thing. They're rewarding them for said behavior. If the companies only have 2 employees, there's no such thing as zero taxes. Yeah. You got to pay your taxes, right?
And the way it benefits the government, well, like you got more of these.
You got more people employed,
the more taxes they're gonna get off these employees.
Exactly, and less people.
So therefore, like they need to tax the business less.
Exactly. So that's what people got to understand, that the system's made where it rewards the behaviors it wants from the taxpayer. Yeah. So that's why Walmart and Amazon and big companies don't pay any taxes. Not that they shouldn't, but they don't because they employ a lot of people.
Yeah, there's some of the largest.
And those people pay taxes.
And those people tax. Yeah, you're the one that gets stuck on it. That's how it goes. And they'll, like I said, they'll give married couple.
Yeah, I never had an issue with the companies these huge companies that employ millions of people.
I think they should still pay taxes.
Come on, man.
2%, 10%, something. The zero is crazy. The zero is crazy.
The employees are paying taxes.
Everyone should pay taxes, bro.
So
everyone should.
But when you're doing what's required, when you're doing,
but it should, even what's required, I'll give you a discount. But zero is kind of wild.
You do enough to earn zero.
It's wild, man. Then zero shouldn't be an option. It should be, you know what I'm saying? Well, I was saying there should be a number there. There's no such thing as...
You do enough to
They're paying negative. They're paying the negatives taxes because they're getting money back.
Exactly. So there's also the skill.
They get a tax return and they ain't paying nothing. So that's in the negative zeros.
We need to get in the negatives on the show.
It's a wild system, but like I said, the system. Yeah, people online are complaining about married couples. They're complaining about people with kids. Like listen,
you can't complain about married couple. Yeah.
Single people complaining about married couples and
even
childless
kids,
people
though,
with claiming.
It's the same thing. But I was
go have a JIT. If you have an issue, go have a JIT. Like y'all said, do the requirements.
That's what that society. Yeah, it rewards.
There's rules. There's rules to the game. Follow the rules if you want to be part of that game.
That's true. And then you got the real rich people that are like, look, man, I ain't in this paying taxes shit. I already made this money. You weren't with me shooting the gym. So it's their obligation. Legally, you're required to do any legal method to not pay taxes.
Yeah.
You're not required, you know what I'm saying? You're required to take any legal avenue to avoid as much taxes as possible. Yeah. So it's their job. They're like, shit, nigga, I'm going to do whatever I got to do not to pay that shit. It's a crazy system. We got anything else? I think we done covered everything else.
We done covered a lot.
So like when he did hip hop and sports.
Your boy, the billionaire, the guy John McAfee.
Yeah,
he died this past weekend in like a Hispanic jail.
Who's McAfee?
You never heard McAfee security on your computers?
Security.
Yeah, I heard of him. But,
him.
Or I heard of McAfee. I know it's attached to
somebody's
last name.
He was the security. He sold it years ago for like.
Well, he was in jail for it.
He wasn't in jail. Well, he was in jail. What happened is McAfee got his bread, right? And he's been a wild boy living in. He has his own little island. This, that, and the third. McAfee over here transferring all his money out of U.S. accounts, putting it in crypto and all this other shit. They've been wanting McAfee for tax evasion.
Uh-oh.
So he's been eluding the IRS, jumping around the world, posting saying he's in one place at a whole different place. He's gotten real paranoid in those last years. When he's doing interviews, you see a gun at his hip. He got security force around him. He got tattoos saying, "I'll never kill myself. Don't play these people in your mind."
That's what
he's
happens.
Been wild boy.
That's what happens when you make so much money. You start getting paranoid.
Yeah, he's been acting like a wild boy for a while.
Some people can't handle it.
Exactly. But I think it's more so the fact that he's been not paying taxes and jumping around there. Like, an example got to be made. We got to get this boy up out of here. Right? So he was caught, and they said somebody committed suicide in his cell. But he literally, last year, at the end of last year, a couple months ago, put a tattoo that says, I did not commit suicide.
Yeah, but if he was going crazy, You never know what goes through mentally. Someone's mentally
gonna kill him. Man.
That shit probably, yeah. You probably, you know how those people that kill their whole family want to protect them families. So he's probably did the same shit, having a mental break, and was like, I'm gonna protect myself instead of letting these people kill me, and off himself. It's always a possibility.
I don't know. He had his own island. He killed someone on his island. Died. I don't know if they said he killed her, misfired. The nigga's life has been wild in the end. I can't wait till they drop a Netflix documentary on him because this nigga's life was wild. This dude was paid, and he's been telling people antivirus software on your computer is no point. The shit that he's like, there's the stuff that they're stealing from you now, the people that's stealing from you are the sources that you're using. The Googles,
So that's what happened. You giving out the game.
He giving out the game.
Giving out the game. These niggas gonna come off your ass, bro. You fucking up our bread.
So that's what I'm telling you. It's one of the things. Like, you done sold it this shit. Now you talking about years later, yeah, that shit don't even work, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's just what. So like, we gotta get up out of here. So yeah, McAfee, he was saying some crazy shit. He was explaining how if anything had happened to him, he has like 14 terabytes of government secrets on the day he's died. He's gonna release shit like that. Damn. But I don't know. He's been very paranoid.
14 terabytes.
That's a crazy person talking to you. Talking about, I'm gonna release some shit if y'all kill me.
How
you gonna release it, nigga? You dead.
14, but some people be having fucking terabytes, stuff. Bro. God damn.
Niggas be if he's part of the if every computer comes with McAfee in it, that nigga's ready in. He's already in there for this shit.
He got a back door.
Yeah, he already got a back door into your shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and he was like, the niggas,
that's a lot of shit.
Yeah, they got his ass up out of there. Some people get too powerful, bro. You got to play ball at some point, I guess, or be quiet, keep your head low if you ain't going to play ball. Don't put a target on your back.
What else we got?
He's like the second billionaire or close billionaire that died this year. There's the other guy that went crazy, too. The guy that did Zappos, the lighters.
Yeah.
That fucker started going crazy. He actually died by fucking setting the house ablaze, fucking burnt to death.
Hey.
Damn. Died off his own shit.
That's how you go out.
That's how you go out. Off your own device.
Off your own product.
Off your own product. Things are getting crazy right now.
We got where we at? Pop culture?
Yeah, I guess pop culture.
Okay. We got OnlyFans deciding to clean up its platform.
Oh yeah.
Moving away from explicit contents.
Yeah, these bitches gonna be mad.
Mainstream. And I guess we had called it earlier. Your boy
Kevin Sam.
Yep. Saying Subway will be hiring, so hey, look out, whenever you go to Subway, look out for some of these models. So
catch them twerking behind that clear glass. That clear glass ready for him.
Make that foot long.
Ready for that foot long, that's it. How about Subway coming out this week? The people coming out with the footage. They tested the Subway tuna fish.
And there's no
tuna DNA in it.
Good thing I never ate that shit.
I used to love the fucking tuna fish, bro.
I never ate
what kind of fucking fish is in there? I can see why it wouldn't be tuna fish, because tuna is one of the most expensive fish out there. Yeah, and how are y'all able to sell it for that cheap for that long?
That's when you buying it. How they when you buying a slab of tuna, it's expensive.
How else would they get it? I know they ain't back there cracking the little cans.
When you shred, I'm talking about when you shred it, you make a lot from that one piece.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they had to been buying it by the big slabs. Sure, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, they wasn't.
But after a while, they're like, man, come with some concoction, get us some regular other fish. Hopefully, whatever it is, add the flavor on. These people don't know any better. And clearly we did it. There's always some hater and some niggas shit, bro. Who would have fucking thought to go DNA test that shit?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be hating, bro.
Yeah, it's I don't think it's the first time. It's the dude that
actually
measured a
they bread. Hating on the product.
That happened the first lawsuit a year ago. Someone sued them for the thing not being a foot long. For years. Yeah, there was a lawsuit for that. And now someone testing the meat, bro.
Yeah. And you know they're the biggest. They
used to be.
They're not the largest.
I don't know if they're the largest.
I think they still are. Yeah, they still are. Yeah,
the largest franchise out there.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't slow down because at one point they were flying. The Jared story, that was the most fastest thing when people was in the diet trend.
Still number one when it comes to franchise.
Yeah, and then I know the
amount of franchises out there because there's a Subway everywhere, bro.
Yeah, they were all over the place.
They're still all over the place.
But then when Jared ended up getting caught up, I thought that was the end of them.
No, they still number one.
Fucking Quiznos used to be the truth, man. Jared. Subway took them out the fucking game.
Yeah, I forgot about them.
Quiznos was just popping, bro. Subway took them out the game, and every now and then
was
some
it Subway
restaurants.
Or was it like Firehouse?
No, Subway. Then Firehouse came years
later. Because they're similar to Firehouse.
Yeah, Firehouse was good too.
Firehouse came later. Quiznos, everything was toasted. That was their thing. But Firehouse came. But Subway was a beast for a long time, especially because people were losing a lot of weight to it. You know, their whole workout thing.
Supposedly losing a lot of weight.
Yeah. I mean, I can see how all you're eating is baby bread.
Jared was the face of that, losing weight to it, and they found out they done hire this nigga nutritionist, personal trainers, all types of shit to keep him slim.
Keep him off all these years,
right?
Oh, okay, but he had lost the weight before time. Was. He had lost the weight before that, though.
That's what they say.
That's not the way to keep it off.
I guess that was the publicity that this guy lost so much weight eating our food and only eating our food. But it wasn't true. That's the whole backlash with Jared.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why Jared went down.
Well, no, the biggest thing, Jared went down for molesting kids.
Yeah, but
that's what really fucked him up.
The weight was first.
The weight had people looking. The way he had people looking.
This nigga, he lied about this way. He must be doing something else.
This nigga lied about the way. He must be fucking little boys. Can't put that past him. They're like, if he fuck with little boys, ain't no way he eat real tuna. Ain't no way he real tuna. Fucking Subway. What a franchise, though. Went from number one to now. The shit, it looks, you feel weird just going in there like, you feel like,
what else is not?
Who else hanging in this bitch?
They gonna have to test everything now. You're going to have to test the chicken, the cheese. I'll tell you, the cheese, they got no dairy in it.
The way they be so stingy with their meat and cheese in there, you think those are real.
Right.
So, who knows? I gotta fucking... So, that's the thing that sucks to Subway. What else we have?
See, out of politics, we had George Floyd killer sentenced to 22.5 years in prison.
Is that politics or is that just what's the name? Pop culture.
That's pop culture. I don't know.
Politics.
Yeah, he got sentenced to 22 years.
22 and a half.
22 and a half, yeah.
It's a bullshit life sentence.
So good behavior.
But it's second degree murder. What did y'all expect?
The thing is, the judge.
It wasn't first degree murder. First degree murder is where you could get the possibility of life with no parole.
Life. They could have gave them the judge.
They could have gave the max they could have gave him was 40.
Yeah, they could have gave him 22 years for special circumstances.
Usually, when someone get charged with second degree murder and get convicted, they usually don't give you 40. Because remember, what's name? Nathaniel Brazil got hit with the second degree for killing 28. The teacher. He got 28, but they offered him 22 or 20, but he took it to trial.
Okay.
So
he's been.
And that's why he got the 28. Because it was like we can't sentence him to what they offered him, and he didn't take it. Got to get that nigga extra 6.
That's what I'm saying.
For going against the system, right?
But I ain't sure he wanted to go to trial though. Like, cause
why he wanted to go to trial?
Yeah,
he was a kid.
He said it was accidental and all that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he said they went off by accident.
Okay.
If anyone deserves some leniency, I guess it's because he was a kid at that time. But when you black, ain't no such thing as being a kid in the system.
You get charged as I think he was fighting that whole conviction too because they charged him as an adult and shit like that. I think he was because he's like a attorney now.
Yeah, he playing for the other team in there though. They said they didn't turn that boy out.
So what? Attorneys can't be gay?
I'm just saying.
Attorneys can't get it in the butt. It's an attorney. It's nothing to do with your sexuality.
Yeah, it sucks. He went in there at such a young age, but you gotta.
Got like 6 more years.
I almost feel it makes sense. I feel the time they should, based on the time, the life trajectory of the person you killed. So if you kill a 60-year-old, be like, the average life, it might be 80. You're going to get 20 years. You kill a 20-year-old, oh, man, you're going to have to do the whole 60 years. You know what I'm saying? Is the life trajectory of the life you took off is what you do. You know what I'm saying? If I done killed an 80-year-old man and I'm 20-year-old, what I look like in life? This dude was about to be out of here in 6 years.
I just speed it up.
Yeah, he was about to check out. Give your boy a quick 10. Give me a 10 with a possibility.
I just speed it up.
Come on, man.
Give me a 10 with a possibility of parole.
I saved y'all. I saved y'all on admissions, all type of medical bills. I saved y'all. I saved y'all money. What y'all hating on me for?
Medicaid.
Social Security. I helped y'all out. Y'all supposed to thank me.
Because all y'all doing is by putting me in jail. I'm 20, 25 years. Y'all done give me life. Now you paying $50,000 a year for me to be there for the rest of my life. It's way more costly.
That's why when at that sentencing, you gotta say, Judge.
Yeah.
It's not a fair deal.
Yeah.
It's not a fair deal. You guys are going to be spending way more money than I cause, more problems than I cause. You're going to be spending more, so giving me this big sentence.
Yeah, I seen a thing today where the guy was going off talking about, this lady saying, I don't think it's fair how they're painting the wrong picture of me. They're saying that I was abusive to my wife or anything like that, and that never happened. I never even had any issues, abuse with my wife. And even if I did, that has another correlation of someone harming any kids. I'll never do that to any kids. I didn't do that. The judge said, well, what else do you have to say? Do you have anything to say about this sentencing you? Because I'm about to sentence you right now. They're like, yeah, I didn't do it. I did well, since you're speaking right now, what would you give a person that was accused of this crime? Someone accused of this crime? Oh, I'll give him under the jail. I'll do that. He's like, all right, no problem. Well, on that note, I am going to put you in the check if you 100 years. So the judge got his idea from him and gave them the 20 over. And I'm like, damn. Like,
he was looking like, what?
Judge, look, what would you give someone that was found guilty of said this crime? Well, for this crime, yeah, I'll give him this, that, and the third. But
sounds like an innocent man to me.
It does sound like it, but he got played. Judge, I don't know nothing about that innocent. I know this found guilty, and I'm going off your recommendation. You know how they said, how there's just a jury recommendation? Mm-hmm. The judge went off the recommendation of the actual person. Gave Buddy 110 years, bro.
Damn.
Like, Jesus. My God, damn, you done rolled yourself over that. The thing is, the judge has so much.
He was getting that years regardless, whatever he said, because he should have. What if he said, a little 5 years? The judge wasn't. Yeah,
special circumstances. Baby was just got. He didn't really experience nothing. He just got here. 10 years. So yeah, the judges do have a lot of leniency. So that's why with Derek Chauvin's this shit, the judge could have given him 40 years if he felt like it. Never did. The judge could have. We already knew the way the judge was conducting the trial, he wanted to take it easy on nobody.
Right.
Every time the
giving them ideas of mistrials and shit like that. So we already knew what time it was.
We already knew he was gonna take a light on him. He should have fucking hit Buddy over the head with some serious time. And
I wasn't outraged as like everybody else was.
I was
like, it's second degree murder. I'm not expecting the full 40.
But my thing is, if you only gave them 22 years, what are you gonna be able to give them? What's the point of charging the other guys?
They gotta give them a little more, but like
give them a little more, let those other guys get the 15 years.
Folks was expecting them to get 60 years. I'm like, he was never gonna get shit like that.
Okay, but I'm saying is the other dudes, the other two cops that stopped them from helping him, because he couldn't have stand on George Floyd's neck by himself. There was two other people holding his legs. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna give them a good 6-7 years.
That's what I mean. Because you gave him so much.
If they even get that, they might get 7 years of probation.
You can't give them much time, but if you would have went ham on him, you could have gave them the 15 or 4 years. That way it shows because cops get away with this shit because other cops either do nothing or they help. So you go on ham on him and you let the other cop know, shit, I get 15 years just for fucking helping you, bro. So next time I can hold you back and do that, but they're not showing much. I don't know. The other two, they didn't go to trial yet. They allowed him to go through first.
I'm telling you, they're going to go under the radar.
Because even those that help, either they would have lost their job.
I'd rather lose my job than go to jail.
Definitely.
Nigga, you talking about
jail. You can't win there.
I'll lose my job in the day before going to jail. So it's the fact that them boys
there. I don't think any of them really think it would have led to this.
Bro, the Chinese guy who actually didn't touch George at all is facing jail time. The one that held the crowd back? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He ain't going to get much time, bro. I'm telling you, it's going to go under the radar after this whole conviction and sentencing, and then we're going to see it at the bottom of the ticker. Officer that was involved in George Floyd's murder got 2 years of jail or shit like that. That's what you're gonna see. It ain't gonna make a big deal about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What else we got?
We got where's this condo in Miami that collapsed? And they've been saying that they've been having like
for the
issues, like it looked like it's been sinking.
They measure all them shits. They know it, and it was the condo was built on reclaimed wetlands.
Wow.
So, and it's been sank for the past 30 years. It's been sinking 2 milliliters or 2 m something.
Who did they reclaim it from?
You don't reclaim. It's not like you reclaim it from someone. It's just that this area was considered wetlands, and then it's rezoned to be. Yeah.
Someone got to get that bag.
So yeah, it's been sinking for the past 33 decades.
Years, since the 90s.
So they knew this shit was gonna come down, but they ain't gonna lose that bag.
In condos, the 2 most expensive areas is the very top and the first floor. The people on the first floor, they're done so. But if you also pay the premium to be at the top floor, the good chances you lived.
Everybody in there, I think there was like 160 people still uncounted for.
Yeah, 150 still uncounted for.
When they say uncounted for, nigga, they in that rubble. They just ain't dig.
It don't make any sense how it's so slow though.
What you mean slow?
It's been 150 for 4 days now, bro. You got one area.
That's a lot. I think they're really trying to soften it.
That's a lot.
They know them people dead. They want to let it roll out. They want to do a slow rollout.
That's a lot of material to go through, though.
Bro, in Haiti, the whole country was rampant. We were getting 50, 40 people out a day, bro. They taking out 5 survivors a day. That shit is so slow.
Even still, that wasn't even like...
It wasn't as many floors.
It wasn't enough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But this
one, you're talking about just one building.
This is one building, 8 floors. The whole city there moved. It's to me.
I think it was more than 8 floors, bro. That shit was a high
building. It was like 12,
building.
12.
8 to 12. It wasn't that high. It was 8 to 12. It wasn't that high.
That shit was high, bro.
Yeah,
but
12 floors is.
But I'm just saying, what that little bit.
I mean, it's not the highest building there, but like it's still.
I'm saying that little bit of recovery and that little bit of time, I would think we'll be seeing a lot more. They haven't been that many survivors. Yeah. I've been thinking we'll be like, oh, we done. You got to
understand, like the way this one's built. It was built like out of concrete. It's not one of those buildings that's built out of like woods or anything like that.
It's a lot of material, bro. It's a lot of material that collapsed.
But this is like mainly like street concrete.
Ain't no more survivors after them 4 days, bro.
There might be. The only issue I said about these survivors is this: the way this heat been in Florida. That 100-degree heat the last few days.
What's the longest you could live without water? It's like 3 days.
I think 7, 5.
No, it's 3 days without water.
Because they found the girl in Haiti. Remember?
In fact, there's some people in Haiti. They found like 30 days after. Yeah, they're still alive.
I don't know about all that pimping.
I know they found like.
Bro, it's 3 days without water, bro.
No, it's more than that. All because like before you really die,
how long can you live without water intake,
even like
bro?
If you watch the Holocaust video, you look how like skinny those people got before they even.
I don't mean them niggas wasn't getting water.
Yeah, they weren't. I mean, a lot of them were like really to the point where like they could barely stand, like literally skin on bone. But it takes time to get to that.
Yeah, for you to get emaciated.
I'm telling you, right, the general rule of thumb, a person can survive without water for about 3 days.
And I know for sure Haiti had at least 7. For sure. They had way more than 3 days. There was the little girl that they found, they call like the miracle. The little girl, little boy. They had but either way, that heat that we've been having here, these last few days, some people gonna what's the name,
But yeah, in Florida weather, it's 3 days, bro. Especially under all that rebel, because heat plays a big factor into it too. Yeah, so if you in that Florida weather and you under there for 3 days, no water,
think how hot it be in a fucking whenever you ever went when you go pick up your car in the car lot and the parking things during daytime, you know how fucking hot humid and hot it be in there, bro. That's the same way when you're trapped. Maybe 2 feet of air. That shit, you cooking, bro.
Yeah, these cars get because I got a dash cam on my thing. Every time I leave that bitch and it's hot, sunny out,
get over 100 degrees.
That bitch just fall right off the window.
Oh, the suction just fall off from the humidity,
right? From the heat, bro. I'll be like, damn. That's when you know you just got to roll down the windows, let that bitch air out before you go in there.
Yeah, that Florida heat is different. So, to me, the recovery time seems a little slow. I don't know. Even if it's big buildings, bulldoze, I should see more.
I think they just not putting out the number.
Or the what's name count should be a lot faster.
I think they just not putting out the number, and they're probably identifying people before they put out the
I think that's
the numbers.
Yeah, because even in 9/11, they're pulling motherfuckers out the Rebel. Dead, be it dead, but a lot more than that, bro. Now skyscraper, a lot more floors than little 12 that we had. To me, these results are. This I guess we fuck with DeSantis.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We under DeSantis. Florida, he gonna suppress them numbers.
Exactly.
Florida, suppress them numbers.
All our things only work 9 to 5 anyways. All our government agencies. So he probably think, it's 5 o'clock, guys. Time to go home. Wrap it up. We'll fill this recovery tomorrow. So yeah, maybe that's a thing.
I thought we had a lot more support.
Yeah, I think we'd pick through the rubble a little bit more and get these numbers up. There's a lot of people that wasn't there.
But in this case, I think it's really going to be hard to really find like too many survivors because it came from 12 stories down to like 2 stories.
Yep. The two, you already know the 2 neighboring buildings. Those people are going to probably sell.
That's what you think, but that bitch was on the beach.
No, they're going to sell. They're going to remodel. They're going to bulldoze it and put it back out. But it's going to come back.
Motherfuckers ain't selling. They keeping them property, especially how shit going now.
I could see the owners.
Folks gonna keep that property for a little longer.
Yeah, they will.
They ain't gonna sell immediately, if they even sell at all.
They might not. They're gonna Airbnb it. They definitely gonna live there themselves. I'm saying they probably. You know what I'm saying? It's a money play. They're gonna Airbnb. That's what they're gonna do. And they just say, "This is on the beach, beautiful site."
At your own risk.
At your own risk.
That's gonna be that fine print at the bottom. At your own risk. This bitch might collapse. We don't know. At your own risk. $69 a day.
That's the only issue with down south. They're new to that. You know, when we're in Central Florida, seeing them sinkholes. That shit's not every few years. That shit's not too uncommon. That shit happen in residential neighborhoods. You wake up, watch the news one day, say overnight family swallowed, or they live, but you see that house swallowed overnight.
Yeah, half the house gone.
Yeah, half the house is gone. It's crazy that those don't. There's usually not too many deaths in those ones.
Because it's not that much material though.
Isn't that when it starts breaking, the people was able to get out in time?
No, even
because by the time the news cover it,
it's not heavy material.
Yeah, even if the shit sank, you're talking about stucco and shit like that.
Yeah, you're talking about slabs, concrete,
that material. You're gonna at least able to survive the initial impact sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But when this shit is concrete and like 12 stories, nigga, that impact is killing you instantly.
Yeah, I think even like here, like if we're downstairs, like this should come down on us. Like
it's not gonna be that bad. Yeah,
it's not gonna be that bad. You getting hit with plywoods, woods.
Oh, that's a different.
Little 2x4.
Yeah, that's a different with Haiti. Even if it was one floor, everything was made out of concrete.
Right.
So that shit, that slab hitting you.
Yeah,
in your head
that
while
can
you sleep.
come down.
That's concrete. Yeah, that's what killed people. Is the concrete.
Yeah.
Because all the photos you saw, it was like people being crushed by the concrete.
Yeah.
Haiti's thing now is fucked up. There was such an emergency that in most cases, when it was just regular broken bones, they just amputated. They didn't have time to adjust and put the brace on.
Yeah,
a lot of folks could have. Those were survivable injuries, but they didn't have time to be.
No, a lot of times it's like what it is because like if you have like a big cut, a big like
they didn't want it infected or anything.
Like if you leave it, if you let it, if you don't treat it,
what
it does, it's sort of like getting infected.
But if their hospitals wasn't packed because the whole thing. It wasn't in other circumstances. Those people.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have missing limbs because that. They said another circumstance.
And if you don't treat it quick, you die.
So it makes sense. You got to save as much people, even if they got to lose a limb. You rather.
Yeah. That's the fucked up.
You rather lose. You rather lose that arm, or you rather lose your whole life.
Yeah.
Because if we got to take time with each person, there's gonna be a lot of people that dies on the back end versus just cutting shit, and saving as much people as possible.
That's what happens.
It's a medical thing.
That's what happens when the medical system becomes.
Look at who you can save. The most amount of people you can save.
When the medical system becomes fully when it's fully distressed, when it's at its peak, like what's happening in what is it, India right now?
Yeah, you gotta take the shortcuts.
They start taking shortcuts. Like, oh, we ain't got no oxygen. This person ain't got that. They're gonna have to die. This person got that. They start devising plans out of shit. That's what shit's fucked up.
That's how it should work, though.
Yeah, that's true. Sadly, they have to start playing favorites. Like, oh, he's an old man. He's a kid. Bring the kid in. Kid that was a higher chance to live. An old man, you had a good run. So Either way, going forward on that one, we have. Do we speak on the new COVID variant coming down there?
Yeah, we spoke on it last week. Delta.
We spoke on it last week. Speak about the whole with it having the whole virus with the with how they're having like the there was the Black Plague or some shit like that, some plague.
Yeah, nigga, you said that last week.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah,
some scary shit.
I
still haven't got my shots yet, but I'm about around. I know we're anti-shots, but they keep remixing this virus and adding. So they're like,
eventually we're gonna have to get that. Hitting
us with that. This is the remix. You know, like, this is the remix. Giving us them Diddy mixes. I'm like, you got it, bro. Yeah, y'all keep dropping the bad boy mixes. I'm like, all right, let me go and get this shot done, man. Y'all got you. You got it. You got it.
Who produced this virus? Was it Bad Boy?
Yeah. I keep adding more hits, adding more features, though. I'm going to say, fuck it, man. Let me go ahead and get this shot done.
COVID-21.
Yeah,
it's like a Soulja Boy. It's a Soulja Boy track.
Yeah, man.
That big get remixed about 6 times.
Yeah. You can use with this. Yeah.
Yeah, and they keep talking about they're warning people that new variant. So I was like, man, I've been putting it off, but you know, I might have to get that shot. A homie of mine's got his second one. He said the second shot was it kind of put him on his ass for a day or two. It made him he felt the chills.
That's the thing. They ain't even let niggas. You can't even call off because you took the vaccine.
Yeah, he had already had it off, but he already had the day off. But he said the first shot was no issue. The second one, they warned him.
It's the second one that really
he said he did feel the chills. He did feel like a day's worth of like the flu sickness. He didn't have a fever, but he felt the sore bones. Is that a thing for the chick? He said that should put on his ass for a day and a half, but it was good. I was like, I don't know.
Now he in the streets, right?
Now he out here in the streets. Well, you know he's Florida, so he's been in the streets, but now he's good to be in the streets. So I might have to do that, man. Especially I'm thinking, you know, vacating out here doing something. But like I said, the virus is seeming. Before that was the issue. The virus, like, no big deal. What you got versus what's in the streets ain't that. What you got ain't that scary versus the survival rate. Now this shit's getting a little bit more scary. Now I'm like, all right, now you got me. You know what I'm saying? We're not that unrational. You know, make this shit get, you know what I'm saying? When this shit gets bad enough, we'll check in. You know what I'm saying?
There's gonna be a variant that start making motherfuckers grow limbs and shit. Yeah. That's when that vaccine line gonna be super packed.
I mean, I thought the new one. I mean, if we get what they got in Dubai with the virus they're getting, that's making people go the flesh eating disease and that shit.
That's what needs to happen, blind.
That blindness got me right there. I was like, you make fucking go blind? I was like, I ain't about to lose my vision over no vaccine.
I lose the taste now.
I lose the taste. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lose my vision.
I still can eat, but I ain't losing this vision, nigga.
I'm gonna check in for that one.
What you said? What you was about to say, Great?
Yeah, I think I forgot.
Was it about the vaccine?
Was it? Damn. Shit, I forgot.
What else we got before we wrap it up?
What else we have? What else? Do we have anything in politics or anything else like that?
I think Gray ran through his politics stuff.
Yeah, we had the y'all see recently the transgender Miss Nevada USA wins the first transgender wins the Miss Nevada USA pageant. So we're in bold new times right now. So the Miss USA, the Miss Nevada USA.
Did she come in as a transgender or did she reveal it after the pageant?
I don't know.
Because you gotta. Because if she came in as transgender, that might have helped her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially in this climate we're in. But you got to go in there not telling nobody nothing and see if you win.
Yeah, and then when you're like, aha, gotcha. You know? So we're living in bold new times, you know. If the ladies don't find it offended, what the fuck we care for? Let these men take everything. Soon it's going to be an all-male Olympic.
No genders.
No gender. It'll be one gender. It's gonna be the men and women playing in all of them.
Exactly. First place in all of them.
All of them. That's it. Do we have anything else? I think that's it. Though. Y'all don't have anything else to cover in hip hop, sports, or go ahead and give us any
recommendations.
Any recommendations?
I have been watching that new, bro.
Oh, matter of fact, the only other thing I had is your boy from BET. What's his name? Bob Johnson. He came out today saying how he's saying how it's time he's ready for his reparations. He said he thinks it's time that U.S. pays reparations to its black folks and all that stuff. Mind you, this is a former billionaire, damn near billionaire. But you like
nigga fucked up the bag. Now you want reparations? That's what happened.
That's what happened. I need my reparations. But it ain't the bag.
Nigga wasn't calling for reparations when that bag was up. When that nigga was getting that bag, you wasn't calling for now the bag getting smaller and smaller. You calling for reparations? That nigga fuck out of here. We don't want to hear from you, nigga.
But he's just saying that even if he know he was an exception to the rule, he knows his people and they deserve their reparations.
The messenger matters.
Yeah, that's just true.
But can't have you as a messenger for reparations, nigga.
So that shit is crazy. But I don't know. This reparations talk, there's more and more talks of it, but I don't think it's getting anywhere. You have certain cities that are doing it, that are doing reparation programs for black folks that live there for X amount of years. You can get zero down on housing, this, that, and that. So certain cities.
Well, that's how the reparations need to go out is
locally
through it has to be through benefits, not actual cash.
There's no. We saying but they didn't do it to no one else through benefits. Everyone else got cash. It really is an insult that it has to be through benefits.
But is there a population that's as big as the black population was?
They allowed it to get to this point. It's part of their reasons to not give it.
It's still,
just keep holding off. There'll be more and more. Then after a while, look, that's too much. You got now. You really can't do nothing.
But you got to understand the percentage of us was always higher. It's just our percentage is just getting smaller and smaller anyway.
Yeah.
But it's still a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess through benefits.
Because when you talking about giving reparations to 0.3% of the population, then okay.
I still say
you see where that come from.
What you're saying. I still think it's more than.
You still think it's 50% black?
Not 50. Like at least like 20, 30.
It ain't 20, 30, bro.
I think we're in the 20, 30.
I told you I met a guy that thought that most of the country was black. He thought we was in the majority. He said
I met people like that in Ohio.
He was a black guy. He was wild.
A black guy?
He was a black guy. He was like man, listen, there's more of us than them. They just trying to lie. They're like, ain't no fucking way.
No, he ain't been nowhere.
Yeah, it's because
that's what I thought.
There's people like that. They live in those areas where it's all black, but
he was a grown man too. I was like, bro, how the fuck can you get this old and believe this?
Was he in Florida?
He was in Florida.
Yeah, niggas retarded, bro.
That's what I thought. Like, bro, I can't believe this.
Nigga only know the end of the block.
Yeah,
but he
that's
really,
a problem.
He really believed that there was more black folks that like
niggas that never left their hometown.
I just think it's more than what they're saying it is.
It could be a bit more, but I don't think it's not a huge number more.
Especially when like everywhere you go, like there's black. Everywhere you go, there's a hood, and there are certain places.
There's states that have no black at all, though. There's lots of states.
And this just have nobody in there anyway.
Bro,
they really have anybody there anyway.
If it was at the percentage you think it was, you would never be the only black person in somewhere.
That happens a lot of
places.
That happens
at a lot of places you go, you're the only black person, you and your spouse.
Yep.
No, a lot of those is like, not because like...
you think it's because of finance?
Yeah, it's finance, yeah. It's finance.
Not when you go to a fucking Applebee's and you still the only black person.
We're in a metropolitan. This is where everyone's at. Yeah,
right. You still go to Applebee's and sometimes you'll be the only black person.
Yeah, that's a finance thing.
At Applebee's?
It is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Nigga, Applebee's got the 2 for 20, bro.
How about at a
most niggas in the hood ain't going to Applebee's.
What's that one restaurant, the one that opens 24 hours? How about the black person that the fucked up ass, the Denny's knockoff, man.
Waffle House?
Waffle House. Love you know the black person at a Waffle House.
I've been to the Waffle House where I'm the minority. It's only like 3 of us in that bitch at a Waffle House. At the Waffle House on here on John Young and 192. I've been in there and we've been like the only black people there, other than the cooks.
Probably
and
some
shit.
strange hours.
Even the cooks.
That's the only time.
Even the cooks not all black no more, bro.
You don't go to Waffle House at decent times. You go there when there's nothing else open.
No, that's why we were middle of the day.
Yeah, go to Waffle House midday, like early, between 2 and 3. You're gonna be the only black person in that.
Yeah, but listen though, like even like that video that we had shared.
Which one?
And that was like a video that was made like what in the 1960s. and it says like no companies or no whatever campaign can be number one without like the
Black
inclusion
vote?
of black.
Yeah, because it's a big percentage versus the other ones.
That's what I'm saying.
I
like,
think it's because
just 10 and 13%.
But I think it's because we're such a big voting bloc.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's gonna do it. 12 or 13% is not gonna do it.
I think it's because we're such a big voting bloc.
But now it's the Hispanic now.
12 and 13%. No, they're talking about specifically black.
Yeah, that was in the 1960s. But we talking about now.
No, they were saying that back then, but now it's even more.
But you don't need the black vote now.
No, you do.
You don't need the black vote. If you have the Hispanic vote, you don't need the black vote.
Yeah, you still do.
The Republicans don't. They don't need it anymore.
What are you talking about, bro?
They don't need it anymore.
And most of the time, they don't get the majority.
You don't need the black vote to win no more, bro.
It's twice that the Republicans haven't had like the majority votes.
You don't
and
need.
they still won.
You don't need
because of the electoral college.
So you think they need
but
the black vote now?
Black though. That might just
you don't need
most of
the
country,
black vote. Is not
we're just going by like popularity.
Most of the country, Democratic policies are more popular than Republicans. That's how it is. Most of the country leans more socialist. The more people you get voting into the system, the more socialist will be. So that's why the establishment does what they can to make.
We lost that voting power, bro. We let the Hispanics out produce us when it comes to making children and shit like that and coming into the country. The black vote is no longer as important as it was back then.
That's what I think. Yep.
But we still have the voting numbers. We still got more voting power than the Hispanics.
No, we don't.
We do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do.
I think they're next up.
They're next up, but we still got more voting power than they do.
I doubt it, bro.
I know we do. Yeah,
we don't.
Even though they have a higher population than we do, we still. Well, that's what they're saying. We still have
I think because ours is in a block, though. That's because. They're split. They still go both sides.
Yeah, ours just go Democratic. So that's why they don't even campaign to black people how they used to no more.
So if we were if blacks would have switched to the other side,
Hispanics is what they're campaigning to.
Exactly.
Well, I think because we're just like too loyal.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because we're in one.
That's why you don't need it no more. Because
too low.
Yeah. That's why the Republicans don't even try to advertise to us no more.
Imagine we're changing our behaviors. They'd have to.
Black people can't win. I don't know how the system's all fucked up.
But from what I'm saying, like even like you look at the whole East Coast, there's not a state that doesn't have like a good like 20-30 population of blacks. Then you look at them.
You talking about percentage?
Yeah.
Nah.
Midwest.
Nah.
What do you mean no? Come on, man. You got Atlanta.
Nah.
Which is like
there's like 3 states that are full of black people.
Which is like
3-4 states that are a lot of black people. I'd say
3-4 states.
Cities, not even states.
Yeah,
cities.
Not even. Yeah, there's
it's
really
cities.
no states.
That's not true.
Yeah, there really is no states.
It's
there is only cities.
It's only cities, bro.
Atlanta got a couple different. What's the name? What state has a lot of black people outside of
most
Texas?
Of the South. Most of
I'm
the
talking
South.
about the whole state outside of Texas.
Yes, most of the
Atlanta,
South.
So you think Florida is majority black?
No, it's not majority. No, I know that.
You think Georgia's majority black?
There's
Georgia's a big percentage.
There's no state that's majority black, bro.
Even
No state.
Georgia.
You have the city that's majority black.
That's all it is. We have
not the whole state. And there's a lot of land in Georgia.
Exactly.
And just land, not population, yeah.
There's people at the land, bro.
And there's a lot of black folks there, too.
But they don't match the white folks. We're still the minority.
Is this the guy that told you the majority of the state was black?
What state? I ain't say that.
The majority of the country?
No,
told you that?
No, he said the guy that told me that was
you just want to put Gray on blast. That must be the guy that told you that.
Nah, you got to get to the specifics. I ain't saying that.
But there's no state that's majority black, bro.
I know that. I'm not saying there's any.
I'm
not saying that. All I'm saying is like I think it's more than 13%. I think we're more closer to 20, 25, 30.
I look around when I'm in public and nah, we're not.
Depending on where you go, yeah.
Everywhere, nigga. I go everywhere.
So have
I go to Applebee's, nigga. We're not 30%
for all the states, all the cities I've gone to. Yes.
You go to the black populated area because you're black.
No, I don't just go to the black populated area.
What if we had a state? What state would you give to black people? If black people get a whole state. What state would you have them do? Because that could be a form of reparation. They give us a whole state.
It's called segregation, nigga.
For like
that's called segregation, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
But
for like all 50 million of us are fit in one state now. I don't know what.
Is there 50 million black people out there? It's like 30 million.
50, yeah.
It's like 30 million.
That's 50.
Gray adding extra 20 million.
No,
black
it's
people.
50.
That's a
It's
lot
50.
of people.
That's why he think.
It's 50. Do the
That's
math.
why he
It's
think
50.
majority black people. In
I'm
America.
actually going by the 13%. If you're going by that, then it's actually about like 50. Yeah.
Okay.
40, 50. Yeah.
How?
Do the math.
There's 300 million people in America.
300, what, 20, 30
That
plus?
gets you up to 39. If there's 300 even, that'll get you 39 million. You can't do math, nigga? It's easy.
I'm going to look up the thing. Let me see. Is it 30 million?
Because every corner have a hood. Every even nowhere places I've drove through have a hood.
Oh, it said in 2000 as far as 2019, it's 41 million.
Yeah, that's around 13.
That's a nice, decent.
That's
number.
13 point something.
Yeah.
We said 30. Gray said 50, and it's
Gray
41.
said
40,
50.
50, between 40 and 50.
That's a good. That's what I'm saying. That's actually like the middle between.
But you gave me the number of 300 million.
Yeah.
And 13% of that, you're looking at 39. But it's not 13%. It's like 13.4 or 13.5. So that's where you get out of the 2 million.
I wouldn't put it past those people to lie to us. So a lot of time I don't really fully trust them on like most of the stuff they say. So.
I just know when I go out, I'm the only black nigga. Majority every state I go to.
Maybe because you live in Kissimmee. So.
Nah, nigga.
You know how many white people in America though? 234 million.
Yeah, bro.
34.
Massive amount. So who knows? What are you gonna do? Yeah, maybe you saying one state would be too. One state would be too much.
Not too much, but like what? How big of a state would it have to be?
Texas,
New York,
Alaska. They'll send us to Alaska.
No, they give us Alaska. They're like sending niggas to Canada. Like, y'all can have Alaska. Y'all trying to do reparations? Let them niggas have Alaska.
I want the whole state by ourselves. It's Alaska.
They wouldn't do that shit, dog. Oh, man, that'd be crazy. So, yeah, we'll do Alaska, dog. Yeah, it could fit on that. Because how much... Is there states with 30 million population? There's plenty.
I think Georgia's one.
Probably New York.
I think Georgia.
And the thing is, most of the U.S. is rural anyways. Most of the U.S. is empty.
Maybe the Carolinas. That's what I'm saying. Like those rural states, a lot of them only have like maybe like a couple millions max.
Yeah, majority of them are white.
There. Yeah, a couple million max white.
And 13% of them black.
Yeah, California would be California has 39 million. Texas has 28 million. So Cali would probably do the same.
Yeah, you'd have to move all the white people out. Give us that.
Florida got 21 million. New York got 19. Damn, Florida got more people than New York?
Yeah. New Yorkers moved down to Florida.
All this fucking space, we don't feel it. We don't feel all the, like, what the fuck all that? Because New York, you feel it immediately. Man. You feel this shit. This whole state is populated. Like, yeah, exactly. But
that one,
Florida, we don't feel that.
One area.
Yeah,
we're more spread out here.
Yeah, we got even more than them. Illinois.
We got like, 4 or 5 major cities.
Damn, even, Illinois.
Yeah, them is mainly like
million.
New York City and then Buffalo.
Georgia only got 10 million. Yeah, that's true. And then look at that. You got a little baby states only got 1 million.
I was going to say, even Georgia, you said 10 millions?
Yep.
So the Atlanta Metro got at least probably 4 million. And them they're like over 40% of that is black.
In Atlanta Metro?
Yeah, but that's what we're trying to tell you, bro. It's only in cities that you'll have a city that's majority black, but you won't have a state that's majority black. It might be, I doubt there's 4 million
outside
people
of
in
Atlanta
Atlanta.
too, you got other a lot of little towns that are majority blacks too.
Yeah, those are little towns. But when you have towns that's full of white people, it's a lot more white people that are in. You have cities that are 90% white.
Yeah, and those are like cities where like nobody really live. It's only like the population probably be like 100,000. So,
but there's more of those than there are those cities. That's why the number the percentage is right, bro. It's 13%, bro.
Okay, you agree based on what? Based on them. You
I
agree with them,
agree
right?
on what I see.
On them. So you see 13%. You can gauge 13%.
Yeah, bro.
You look over there. I look about 13% of niggas over there.
Yeah.
That's about 13% of y'all.
Y'all 13% niggas.
By your average life, bro. You only run into 13% of black people in this world versus the amount of white people you're going to see. 13% of the people you know is black. Rest of them you run into white.
That could be a gauge, right? Like, everything else you run into is white. If you live in the metro, that's it.
Especially most of us don't even participate in the census or that.
They know where all the niggas at. They got an accurate count of y'all niggas.
That's why they can lie. And they've been lying, so exactly. A lot of time I don't trust them. But also too, like, are we open? Is everything open back up?
Florida never closed. Florida closed for 2 weeks. Right?
No, not. I'm talking about the whole country. Like, I know Florida. Yeah, we never gave a fuck.
There's some places.
The rest of the country do.
We don't know, but there's probably some places that are still like monitoring it. But I think everything is open.
It's like we're just like creeping to like open everything without even announcing it.
Here's the thing: is
all of a sudden nobody wearing masks. All of a sudden
the way we doing it is worse because it took so long and we're not on one accord.
Because Australia went back down on lockdown.
Yeah, and U.S. is just over it. We're like, no, Trump fucked it up so much that we don't care how bad it gets. We're not going back on lockdown, bro. That's it. We're over it. You got a couple more up. What's that? Give me what's that? All over the place. I said we're not going back on lockdown regardless, bro. That just how sadly that
depends how this Delta variant hit us. We're gonna have to go back on lockdown.
Man, Trump fucked it up, bro. Every state's doing whatever they want to do. So unless you're gonna do a federal mandate, which they never did, because no president wants to seem like they're overriding the right to the people. All the Republican states has leaned into even more Republican. Florida. We never shut down. We make it illegal for you even to ask if the person had their test. Texas telling people you don't even need a license anymore to carry a gun.
It's going nuts. Man.
Everyone's doing whatever the fuck they want right now in the midst of they're seeing this COVID thing as an opportunity. Think I'm really gonna show my ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. And what are Democratic states doing? They're not making it. They're not going fully Democrat. They're not doing what they're doing.
They're being a typical.
They locking shit down. They being afraid, locking shit down.
Typical
and people
pussies.
losing their job. Yeah, exactly. People losing their jobs, and some people are like, "Fuck it, I might have to rock with Republicans."
That's what I'm saying. Like Biden might be a one-term president.
He might. But
it's gonna be hard to be two-term president nowadays unless we're in like a major, unless we get involved into a major war.
If he keeps giving away these benefits, people are gonna fuck with him though.
Yeah.
They're saying how America's
there's going to be consequences to these benefits.
There's always a consequence. We're becoming more and more socialist.
When that consequence hit, everybody going to forget, like, you know, how good they had. They're going to be like, see, you know, I told you, like, you know.
Listen,
he fucking shit up.
We're becoming more and more socialist, but I think that's the evolution of a developed nation. It's its cycle. It's its life cycle. You probably started off, or whatever our nation started off as a regular republic, this, that, and the third. You have your freedom. And after that, you sell out the people, everyone gets rich. After a while, the system's almost at its max where everything's been sold out. The rich got really rich. The poor is just broke. People work, and it's not working for the people anymore. Now the next step is, okay, we're going to have to do some shit to take care of the people as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
It's cycles.
It's a cycle. And then once it goes too far communist, the society dies, and someone wants to break away for freedom. It's a cycle. It's like cycle. But we're like the newest of the developed worlds, and we're the old one that haven't implied more social stuff. And it's to the detriment. Our lifespans are shorter. Our contracts are lower.
We're trying to be everything.
We're for the dollar, so you can get the most dollar out of here, but at what cost? It's at the cost of your safety, your health, all that stuff at the cost of, I'm saying, the only thing we export here is, number one, we sell nationalism. We sell nationalism, like
ideology. That's what we export. Ideology.
Yeah.
To fuck up other people's countries.
Yeah. So you look up. So I think our next step is going to be some form of socialism, where we could actually schools paid for or something. It's got to be something on that big scale. So
like college.
Yeah, Biden wants to do 2 years of college for free. He wants to add 4 more extra years of school. So 2 years of preschool. And 2 extra years after college, after high school. That's going to be for free on the government's tab in a sense, which could make a difference because those 2 extra years, those are parents could work a little bit more instead of putting them in daycare, and the 2 on the back end is an extra.
Yeah, well, they need skilled people. So.
Who knows? You just got to get your bread, though. That's how the American system is, though. It's all man for himself, essentially. Yep. Until they change that, it is what it is.
All right, what recommendations I got for this week? I already told you I haven't been watching anything new. I'm still on my YouTube binging.
Too. What am I think I just jumped back into the well, you know, I'm gonna go jump back in to the Sopranos, especially because they just dropped the trailer for the new Sopranos, the prequel, the movie that's supposed to come out, the Saints of New York, the Saints of Newark, the Many Saints of Newark. So that's the prequel to Sopranos. So I'm about to go jump back in on the Sopranos series, watch all that again before I watch the movie. That'd be my recommendation. If you haven't watched The Sopranos, definitely worth watching on HBO. Right now, I'm currently watching The Wire.
Still on that, nigga?
I go back and revisit every once a year, every year.
You staying up till 6 o'clock in the morning?
No. I haven't
been watching this.
No, I have it
Wire.
on the background. You know, I'm still on. Now I'm in I'm in season 2. So you know, season 2 takes a little while. That's the longest. Yeah, that's a lot. You got to take your time with season 2.
You ain't gonna even be able to binge watch it.
Exactly.
You got to take some breaks.
Exactly. Season 2 is the sorriest one. After that, season 1's fire, but you already know that. What's it? The Wire is one show that I feel that could come back, bro. If they were able to bring back Manifest was already canceled on cable TV. It went on Netflix and people brought it back. They could bring back The Wire and it'll make perfect sense.
It'll be expensive, though.
You bring it to, how is it expensive?
Because the actors on there are so big time now.
Yeah, McNulty's huge.
Yeah. So
you don't need to bring back all of them. You bring back Avon. Avon's still, I'm saying, what's the name? Wood Harris.
Wood Harris it's going to cost them more.
Sure, it's what's the name, but you're going to need.
Fuck it. Was it Michael B. Jordan in The Wire?
Yeah.
He died. They killed him.
Okay.
But Avon, it'd be perfect because the time he went to jail, it'd be perfect for him to be getting out. And the time would work. He could be getting out right now. I don't know if he could afford McNulty again. He's a huge star now. But the black guy that used to play on Fringe, you could probably bring him back in. Avon will probably have to get the biggest check because you need a black male lead to be the criminal. And you could make anyone.
You can't bring back Barksdale. Did he die?
Avon Barksdale? That's, he went to jail.
No.
You talking about Marlo?
No, he not Marlo. Did Marlo die?
No, Marlo didn't die.
No, I'm talking about Idris Elba.
Yeah, he died.
He died.
He did die?
Yeah, he died. He got killed. Okay. And what's the name got killed?
Method got killed, yeah.
The thing that's dope about the show, it ended in a cycle where all the characters that died, the new characters replaced them in the streets.
Right. And
so Michael would be the new Jack Boy.
Even Michael price went skyrocketed up.
But I'm telling you, the shit could work, though.
Because now the money's there.
There supposed to be gangsters. He'd still be robbing boys. Now to do just like the shit could. It would be nice to do 1-2 season spinoff. Or, not I'm saying, if they could bring it back to Netflix.
I'm telling you, it's just going to be a super expensive production.
We might need to do that. The podcast start a GoFundMe. Well, not a GoFundMe. What is it? GoFundMe. You don't have to pay in a GoFundMe. There's like a crowdfund one where everyone votes to get enough votes. If you get a Wire spinoff or 1 or 2 seasons, because one it ended abruptly. It's one of the most perfect shows. It didn't end abruptly. It ended 5 seasons. It could have went for more, but it would be perfect if we could pick it up from there, though. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that had iPhones back then and everything. Them niggas were trapping out of fucking pages and what's the name?
It'd be dope.
This day and age should be crazy.
They're going to find somewhere to...
be on TikTok on the
yeah, nigga. They must be on the block doing TikTok there. It's really different. But this shit would be dope. Baltimore's still wilding right now. Maybe they could do it from Chicago.
They're going to bring back what's the name from the dead?
Omar.
The LGBT community going to make sure he in there. You going to have to bring him from the dead somehow.
So it could be dope. What recommendation you got, good?
Let's see. I think they got new episodes of Black Lightning.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. About to get on that.
How about you, Judo? You say you ain't nothing to do?
Nah, bro. I've just been watching YouTube, bro. YouTube and the NBA. That's all I've been watching lately, bro. Ain't nothing interesting.
That's all you really need. Well, go ahead and sign us off.
All right, folks. You already know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram. That's Absurd Pod on Twitter. That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook. And you can always drop an email at that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com.
That email is that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com, and the voice line is always open. You can hit us up at 407-900-6076. That number is 407-900-6076, and we'll catch y'all next week. We out.